Bump, 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 bashers. Hey, everybody. It is Friday, June 27th at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the iBashers Network. How are you all? It is time for the Friday Classic. The big guy will be done with his stream in due time, and then we'll be hanging out, drinking some things. I'm having some coffee right now. I'm going to be drinking some spritz tonight. I thought I had Select, but I don't. I only have Chinar. I've got Aperol, and I have Campari. So I'm not sure. I think I'll probably go with Chinar. I didn't realize I was completely out of Select. I had no idea whatsoever I was out of that because it's in a tin, and I didn't notice that it was missing. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Rufus is in at number one. What an achievement, Rufus! Numero uno. Congratulations. Congratialo. How do you say that? That's hard. It's a hard one. Congratione. Congratione. I guess so. Some of those words. And I said yesterday that I love the onis more than anything. Collezione. Congratione. I like those the best. Numero due. Mr. Daniel Gutierrez in the show. Great to have you on here tonight. How's everybody doing out there in the whole wide world? I want to dedicate tonight's show. This is my new thing. I'm going to dedicate shows. Yesterday's show was to all the beautiful women of the iBashers. And today I want to dedicate it to our friend Top Dog. He knows why. But I just want to send the love and support of the iBashers channel out to him because he's wonderful. Jeff and Michelle, incredible bashers, great people, just terrific souls. And I think it's just apropos. I think I'm going to dedicate a show to bashers as it goes. Why not? Dedicated bashers. Great to have you, Rufus. You'll have a song coming your way. And I hope you enjoy it. Top Dog got his yesterday. The first thing I wanted to do, and I don't really do the Gallery of Bastards on Fridays, but I want to do this because, listen, I don't know what kind of outreach I can get because most of you are across the pond, but I just want to send you this. This is from my sister, my big sister, Pat. And she's got about 1 million cats in her house, but she just trapped some kitty cats. And these two cuties are looking for forever homes, hopefully together and possibly separately. We estimate they are about 12 weeks old. I believe they are both boys. It's hard to tell. Anyone of your local bashers interested in adopting, they are as sweet as can be. They are a great tabby and an all-black cat. The other photo bombers are already spoken for. And it's, listen, I know you're like, Dirk, you're the perfect candidate. I know, but the thing with Dragon Lady and all that crap right now, it's just I don't think it's fair to bring a child into my home. I think my next cat will be an Italian stray cat. But look at these two beautiful cuties. I wanted to just pimp this out. If you are in the New York or close enough area, let us know. We could bring it to you. Basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. These beautiful babies. And look at the black and white one. If it was a different time and place, look at that black and white cat is killing me. That cat is just so glaucous. My first cat, and so very much like Mindy too. And black and white cats are devilish and smart and cute. Look at these babies. Look at that black cat. So cute. Beautiful. So if anybody, look at this. Could you believe this beautiful baby? My sister lives not far away from me. So if anybody's in the New York area, if you know anybody, I'm talking about really great people who are really great pet people and all the vetting and all that stuff, no kooks, no weirdos. Look at this beautiful kitty cat. And they're very, very, very super duper playful and friendly. And look at this. That's the cat room. That used to be my mother's room. And now it's like where they all hang out. Look at this beautiful baby. Can you believe this cat? Unbelievable. Incredible. Hanging around by them. Was that the toilet? Looks like a toilet tank, but I think it's actually a like a bin. Oh, look at this beautiful baby. Oh my God. Can you believe this kitties? These kitties are crazy. So anyway, if you have anything, you can contact me at basherdirk@gmail.com if you know anybody or if you yourself and you're not far away from me, I guess, and I'm in New York City, we could take it to you. We'll put them in the car and meet you and talk about it and all that stuff. But thought anybody might be interested. I know I'm the perfect guy, right? I know, but I'm just not right now. I'm just not. Just not. Look at this beautiful baby cat. Amazing. Anyway, I thought I'd just do that. I don't do the Gallery of Bashtards on Fridays, but I thought that was important enough of a message to get out there. Let's see who's in the room and say howdy. Howdy. Let's say howdy. Andrew Wolkowicz with Canadian $5. I'm working, but I will catch when I can. You're working in that mean place where people are mean to you and I don't like it. Be kind and be an inspiration in others' lives. Give a like, everyone, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Andrew, we love you. Let's give you the big bang boom. That belongs only to you, kind sir. Congratulations, Rufus. Well done, Rufus. Hey, Nick Brooker. I love having you on the show. Greetings, one and all. We'll tune in later tonight for the catch-up. Have a fab show and happy weekend to all the Bastards. Thanks so much, Nick Brooker. New Bashers to move. So many new Bashers in, and welcome, 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 welcome. You're part of our family, and we love having you here. Kevin Landon upvoted number 6 today. We'll catch the replay of the twin bill after work. Best wishes to Dirk, Oisin, and all the Bashers. Kevin Landon, we miss you already. Congratulations, Rufus, upvoted number 5. Please remember to upvote all if you can, if you like the show. You want to be part of a community that's not sucky, because we're not. Top dog, it's your show. We love you, man. Number 6, knock down a few pegs, but not out of the game. Never out of the game. Stay hard, y'all. It sounds like an ad for Viagra. Friday. Might catch this on the replay. You're a busy beaver, my friend. You take care most of all. That's all that matters. And the king of the hill, the absolute ultimate. I mean, he's so far in advance. I gotta look to see who's closest to number 2. I think it's gonna be Panel Power coming back for you. Upvoted. Thank you, buddy. And Fergal's here. Happy Friday, Dirk, Oisin, and all the Bashers. And he's got the father in there and everything because you're a good Irishman. Good evening, Dirk and Oisin. And she does too because she's a good Irish woman and all the Bashers. Mwah, mwah. Big hearts to you, all my beautiful women. Yesterday's show. You guys know who you are. We have a very small amount of incredible women here, but you come in all the time, and you're so powerful and so wonderful. And I just want to just make a special show for you guys because you deserve it. Franco Fiore, and for all the shithead men that are out there. Men suck. Franco Fiore, please upvote. Grazie mille, signore. And there's the number 1 guy. Evening all, cheers. Great to see you in the room. How are you? You're number 1. To be number 1. I should try to find the version of that song from Scorpions. Hope all is well and sending positivity your way. Yeah. Merci, the beautiful one. Good evening, Dirk and all the Bashers. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I will watch the replay. Oh, to not have her live is so sad, but it's okay. Tracy Ferris is here. Farris, I always say that wrong. Sorry, Tracy Farris. Hi, everyone. Great to have you in the room. And Billy G. Good evening, folks. How are you? And Joe Lofaro, it's Friday. He's working, but you're working, you're saving lives, and you are one of the most important aspects of our society. Without you, we're dead. Alejandro R. Dirk, hello, and all hello to the chat room. Still working from home, but finally get to catch you. I love that you're working from home. I guess a lot of us are working from home these days. I am. Daniel, I've got a couple of walkabouts planned. I really need to get out there. The weather's better now, and hopefully very soon I'll be doing another walkabout because those are great. I love doing them, and I love doing them for you. So yeah, the tuxedo cats. Yeah, I mean, my very first cat was Glaucus, and you all know my story with Glaucus. Found him in a snowstorm in a wheel well of a vintage car that was in a parking lot, abandoned parking lot. Some old guy had a shitload of cars. And I saw him, and I was so allergic and asthmatic, and I took him home. Paul's like, we can't have a cat. You're going to have an asthma attack. And I did. Not attacks, but 3 months of it was a 3-month inoculation period. I'm not allergic to cats anymore. And thank God for that. Laverne slept on my head for the last 15 years. No. and he was black and white and devilish. It was my introduction to cats was a tuxedo cat, and he had perfect markings like Mindy has, and like I don't know what that cat's name is, but he's so cute. Spike the dog. Hey, Dirk. Hey, Spike the dog. Great to have you in the room. How are you? Cheers to you. Speaking of beautiful women of the iBashers, super cute cat still working here, but listening. Hello, gorgeous one. How are you? I smell really good right now, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. And I wonder who it's because of. It's because of you. I am wearing Quarkus. Mart, a bit late to the room. You're not late. I started at 6:05. But up very early tomorrow, just 20 minutes. So happy day to all. Not late at all. Don't forget, on Friday, I start the show at 6:05 because Sheen's doing his Who Needs a Drink shebangy boo. You know, he's doing that. So I figure I'll let that play itself out. And when they're done, then he ambles over here. I think it works out because it's late night and we're going to start having a couple of drinks and yeah, I don't know how it goes. Can you hear them fireworks in New York yet? We got the Floridian Iron Dome of fireworks pressure down here. No, not yet. And I live in the line of fire. I think I've probably mentioned this before, but where I live is just like 2 blocks from the East River. So our roof traditionally has been a place everybody comes over. We hang out on the deck. We have no drinks until after the fireworks because we all went up to the roof, and the roof you could fall off of, and that would be 4 stories up. We watched the Macy's firework display on July 4th. But one of the other incredible bonuses of having the Dragon Lady as my new landlord is she forbid everyone to go to the roof because she's Santa Claus. You know, I've never met anybody who's more miserable in my life. Almost the 4th of July. Yes, it is almost the 4th of July. I will make this statement. Having done that for 30 years, you know, it wasn't nice for the pets. It wasn't nice for, here's all the birds and the cats and the foxes and the opossums and the possum, all the raccoons that we have in this neighborhood. They don't know that it's the 4th of July and they don't give a shit either. But all of a sudden we're blowing everything up. And it's one thing to have a measured Grucci display. That's, in the middle of on a barge in a river, on a barge in a river. But when idiots buy fireworks and set them off on their street, ugh. Pyrotechnics should be handled by pyrotechnicians. That's all I have to say about that. Dirk, I have a full video of Bronson solving his food puzzle in QuickTime. I can't do it on email. It says the megabytes limit. Any ideas? Yes, I do, Mart. You can send it to me. If you send it to me at dirkkennedy@icloud.com, it will go into the Apple Cloud. It will upload it, and then it'll put it in the cloud, and I can download it from the cloud. But that should work technically with Gmail too. But that's another email, dirkkennedy@icloud.com. But I should be able to get it. The other thing I can think of is you could compress it. You put it in a zip folder. I don't know who your provider is. All these mail providers have a very, very, very low tolerance. The other way is to put it in your cloud and send me the link, and I could just drag it off. If you have like an iCloud service, or Gmail has one. I'm very new to the whole Gmail world, the whole Google thing. Even though Dana used to work for Google, you'd think I'd know a whole hell of a lot. I'm just such an Apple person, and I have been for so long that I'm stuck in that ecosystem. But yeah, to put it in some kind of Google Drive, I think it's called, if you have that. And I'd love to see it. And Sunday Mass, wouldn't everybody love to watch Bronson solving the food puzzle? I know, I would. So try those things. Google Drive. It should say, you should get a message. Upvote if you can. You should get a message that says, this message is too large to send directly. Would you like to use Google Drive or iCloud? Say yes. Then I'll get the email, and then I'll have to download it, which is the way to do it. And that happens for me all the time with a lot of people. It's Eddie. Sup, dog? What's up, dog? Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Can somebody tell me what sliding into my DMs means? I know DM is direct messages, but I see this jargon in a lot of TV shows and videos where people say, she slid into my DMs. He slid into my DMs. What does sliding into somebody's DM mean? I don't know what that means, but I know what sup means. Yo, Eddie, sup? What's up, bro? You gonna have a drink with us later on when he comes up? It's Claire. Hey, Dirk. I hope you and the Bashers are all keeping well. Sorry I haven't been on much recently. I really had some family stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry, Claire. What's happening with you? If you don't want to share it, can you share with me on basherdirk@gmail.com? That's basherdirk@gmail.com. I'm sorry. Listen, man. You guys were there for me for all my shit. The least I could do is be there for yours. So if I can do anything for you, or if there's anything you need from me or the Bashers, you let me know. Because, we care about us. We care about us in this world. Because you know what? It's Daniel Katz. Hello, Professor Dirk. Hello, Anointed One. How are you? I just saw a picture of you in drag. What was that about? I was like, wow, she looks fabulous. How great was that? How are you? I don't know. Because, I don't watch these shows. So somebody sent me something. I was like, is that Daniel Katz? Wow. Wow. Robin's Bird. Hello, all. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Hello, beautiful Robin's Bird. Hearts out to all my Basher ladies. All my straight friends are like, I can't believe the way you get to talk to ladies. You get to say they're pretty, you get to say they're beautiful, because I mean it. And there's no MO involved with it. It's just me honestly saying thank you, you beautiful ladies, and look how beautiful you look, wonderful tonight. The ladies bring so much measure to the world, to statements, to conversations, measure, which is really, really great. Speaking of incredible human beings, the incomparable Mr. Jim Lassick with $4.99. Happy Friday, Dirk and the Bashers. Having my wife join the show as we sit out on the deck on a humid Chicagoland late afternoon. Cheers, my friend. Hello, Jim and Mrs. Lassick. We love your husband. He's one of the greatest people ever. Sweet, kind gentleman, and an absolute fox. Lucky girl. Thanks so much, Jimmy and the beautiful Mrs. Lassick. I hope you had a wonderful day. Is it super? Listen, we had the worst week ever here. It was over 100, 103, but it wasn't humid. It wasn't humid at all. But now it's cool and humid. So there's got to be a medium somewhere where we can get things going. It's just New York is, listen, I'll trade Chicagoland weather for, I don't mind the wind. I don't know about the cold, because we've been having it's not been that cold here anymore. Global warming. It hasn't been super bitter cold in many, many years, but we're getting really, really hot summers. And we have no spring or fall anymore. I don't know where our springs and our falls went, our autumns. Where did they go? But anyway, big bang, but kazoos for you. Thank you, Jimmy. We love you. All good now, though. Well, regardless of any of that, if you ever need to reach out, man, just do it. You know how to get a hold of me. Tracy Farris says she loves that. I love those. So the kitty cats, me too. Lake Eola, am I pronouncing that correctly? Eola in Orlando has the best fireworks display in Florida. See, if you do it in a place where, it's not going to, I worry about the fish because I'm so so animal centric. Like all of a sudden, these animals, it's like war. Giraffes don't know it in a zoo, or elephants. They're like, well, why are they what is, they don't know what these things are. It's just stupid things that humans do. It's terrible. Eddie. F yeah, baby. I wish I was gay. Seriously, I'm not being a wise ass. It would be so much easier. Well, it's because your own kind, and women expect and deserve more. We're more like primal stuff. Most of us, not all of us, not Jim Lassick. But, is it easier to meet people? Definitely. Because it's like, guys are sluts. So that part you usually get out of the way first before anything else happens. Before like coffee or, what was your name again? Oh, I didn't get your name. And if you didn't get their name, there's either a reason they didn't want to give you their name. That's probably the worst reason. Upvote if you can. Or that you really want to get to know them. Because men are sluts. Slutty. Hey, Dirk, I'm sick in bed, so nothing to do but drink tea and tune into iBashers. Neve O'Malley. Hello, speaking about beautiful girls. Beautiful girls. Oh, what's the matter, you, Neve? What's going on? Are you not doing what your brothers would do, especially your brother Oisin, which would be to put some whiskey in the tea? My grandmother used to do that too. I'm like, that's the last thing I want in my tea. Are you having a Barry's or are you having a Alliance? I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling. Let's speak. Look, I'll leave this on the screen while he pops on.
Why? What?
It's your sister. She's not feeling well.
Oh, she's sick.
Yeah, she's in bed drinking tea.
Oh,
Nevie. Sorry,
Is
honey. She didn't explain, but look at Eddie. He's a sweet.
okay.
I'm sorry, Neve. Get well soon. Oh, let us know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
How about we send Neve a care package since she sends us them all the time.
Yeah, I know.
She came here with stuff for me. I'm like, come on now.
Oh, she did. She brought
Yes,
stuff.
she did.
Did she bring tea and bickies?
Yeah, exactly. All the stuff, the staples.
Are you still using that red light?
A little bit.
You look like you have a heater next to you, like a space heater.
Right. There. No, it's not. Hold on. I'll get rid of it.
No, you don't have to. I'm just making fun.
Wow. Why? This is a USB LED. Man, these things get freaking hot.
Hot.
Why do they get so hot? Look at that. How horrible that is. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's
better.
Wait. I'm going to turn it down, though, because it's a little too loud. It's really funny. I don't know why I thought of Jennifer Lopez right now because I said loud and I thought of Let's Get Loud. I was in the supermarket the other day and I heard a Jennifer Lopez song and I was like, wow, you know what? This is great.
Really?
Compared to like what we listen to now, like all that artificial shit. I was like,
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oof.
Manufactured artist if I ever saw one. But she makes no secret of it. Like she's cute. And she performs, and that's her job. And then there's like 100 guys behind the scenes writing the songs, coming up with all the ideas.
Jack Antonoff.
It's Antonoff, yeah. He's behind everything.
Do you know what I just found out about?
That guy owns the radio.
I didn't realize he was in that band Fun.
Yeah, he was in Fun. They had one big song.
It was great too. He's a great song smith.
Yeah.
Terrific songwriter, man.
That's how a lot of those songwriters get their start. They're in a band that have a big hit, but then they never get another, and then they break up, and then one of the guys just starts writing songs for others.
Do you remember a song? I guess it was in the 90s, and I think it was called I don't remember the name of the band because they have a name like Fine Young Cannibals, but it's not that at all. But they had that one, Don't Give Up, It's Just a Disease. Don't let go. Remember how fucking great that was? Like an anthem for the kids for the summer. Like
and the whole video is them in a shopping mall.
That's it,
causing trouble.
Right.
That guy hated fame.
Oh, he hated fame.
He hated fame, and he didn't like performing. He didn't like the attention, so he just retreated into the studio, and now he writes songs for other pop acts.
I was going to say that guy has to be
he's
a
songwriter for others now. He has been ever since. That's the one song he had of his own.
It was
and then he was like, I wrote that song, so I'll write you a pop song. People were like, yeah, because he obviously writes amazing pop tunes.
And it had like a little bit of Beck going on. Remember that amazing Beck period when
Beck is great. I love Beck.
So good, man.
I'm still a fan of Beck. Sea Change is a great record.
Sea Change is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But it was like those were the people that held on to like great songs, great songwriting and technology, but were able to make it not fake and bullshit. Because there's a lot of a lot of early Beck stuff has got samples but what was the name of that band? Does anybody remember? What were they called? I always say they're like Fine Young Cannibals or it
was something like that.
Yeah.
Great song though.
Great. Remember that song? Oh, I loved it because it was very jellyfishy. And that's right up my street. Pop Candy with all the harmonies and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
It's really good shit. So get better, Neve. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well.
What's going on? What's DG saying? Ush must have hit something. DG, can someone let him know? Hit what? What's happening?
I hear you fine. I see you fine. I hear you fine. I hear you fine. I'm going round the bend. Sharon, hello, beautiful lady of the Bachelor. Big hearts for you.
Read back. Okay.
Don't give up. It's gonna the way to
Oh,
live.
here. Where are the users' full names on Usher's stream? And here they're at iBashers. It's back to our channel names. I don't know. I do not know. I'll investigate. That's what you were complaining on. Okay. Usernames. Okay. Well, thanks for bringing that to my attention.
Hi, Patricia Teague. Hearts to the ladies of the Bashers. Great to have you. Hi. It's great to see you, honey.
I wish I could do that shit.
Isn't that fun? You know what the best part is? Hey, everybody, don't forget to upvote and subscribe. I need to get a subscribe one, though.
That's great.
You should be dancing. Yeah. Oh, it didn't work. There it goes.
Our full names were displayed, Travis says. Okay, so some setting. I don't know. Sorry.
Uh-oh. It's a Google. A problem with the Google.
I didn't do any.
There is a
Make
problem.
any changes.
So you're an expert. I want to go back to something Mart said earlier. He's going to send me a cool video, but he said it was too big for his email. And I said, like in Google, when you have an email that's too big, you're sending it asks you if you want to use Google Drive, correct?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's New Radicals. That's the name of the band.
New Radicals. Hey, Quintic.
Paolo got it as well.
Oh, great. Thanks. Yeah, New Radicals. That was such a great tune. And it started out with the hey, halftime. Dude, it was so good, that song. I want to listen to that.
Great song.
When I won't get a copyright bang for it. After the show. Can't listen to it live.
No,
hey, Midas. Rashid, has anyone bought watches from Subdial in London? Can they be trusted? That's out of my purview.
I don't know, but maybe the audience can help you.
Yeah, you got to. We have a lot of Londoners here, a lot of English folks. As a matter of fact, a very high percentage people from England on iBashers makes up. Ready for this? 37%.
Oh wow,
it's a lot. So hopefully they know. You know who's probably a really great guy to ask is the English Watch.
Yeah, he would know.
Go hit him up.
Midas, go on the English Watch.
Go to the English Watch.
It's a channel called the English Watch.
Yeah, he's great.
And he does a lot. Yeah, he knows all the stuff.
And he buys from all.
And if he doesn't know, he knows someone who knows. There's also Brendan Boswell. He knows. Brendan Boswell knows all those stores, or he knows someone who knows. So check out both of those channels and sub to them while you're at it.
Sub to them and tell them that Dirk and Oisin sent you, and his name is Andy. So go check him out. Yeah, because he probably doesn't know him.
I'll be back in just 1 second.
I'm a huge fan of Andy's show, by the way. As a matter of fact, my favorite watch channel is the English Watch. Andy, I love him. He had a heart attack like 2 years ago while he was at Disney World with his family, and he's a fit young dad. So please, everybody, and I'm an idiot because I never go to doctors, but check yourself out. And I don't think he's got any bad habits or anything like that, but terrible. Robin's Bird says, feel better, Neve. Of course we want her to feel better. We need you at your full and feistiest. Absolutely. It's very interesting, Alejandro. That's why what my mom be saying. Lady Gaga is a recent big hitter and creates. Yes, listen, you're preaching to the choir here because I mean, Lady Gaga is probably the last of the great talents. You know, she can sing, she can act, she can dance. I don't know. Is there anybody else who could do that? It's an interesting thing. Do you think Lady Gaga is the last of the great overall talents?
No, I think Chapel Roan is.
Well, she's too
newer.
New. She's too new. Like, I mean, like, the one they can sing, they can dance, they can act, they can write, they can do all that stuff. You know, and then just go. And I've just recently was turned on to a couple of things that Gaga did. You know, she does that big jazz show in Vegas.
Let me ask you something. Can you hear my fan? No,
ever so slightly. It's not a deterrent in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know, like she's next level shit, man. And now she's in her house. Is she 40 yet, Lady Gaga? She's got to be, right?
I don't know.
I mean, these people start to mature. Like that Sabrina Carpenter thing. Somebody sent me a link to her new video where she's like on a truck and she's skateboarding behind a truck. And this is sugary candy. It's not made to be nutritious or, no doctors are going to recommend 2 spoonfuls of that a day. It's just, she's this cute little Pop-Tart and, and she knows it and that's fine. But, oh God, it's just like, ugh. I don't like it.
Yeah. It's not a super chat from Sharon.
Sharon, thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Sharon. Thank you, beautiful lady. Let's give you a big bang. Boom. Let's give you the Gong Woman 2. My full surname and Christian name came up on your big. Is that right? How could that happen?
Oh my God, I'll have to look into that.
Uncle Leo says, hello, you sound like Trump. Sometimes I do. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It's going to be the best bashers. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone, as a matter of fact,
it'll be like a bashers you've never seen.
I
love when he says that.
It's a nobody's ever seen. It's the biggest, the boldest, the baddest bashers.
It's like something we've never ever seen.
Nobody's ever seen it ever. That's so good. Kinetic Dirk, you're crazy. Look at that. I love your name. Kinetic, I guess that's just the way that's pretty well done. I love it. But surnames, Christian names, Jesus Christ, you get what you got. Yeah, you get what you give. I loved that song when it came out. Wow. Conair says that Paul Thorpe trolls are making up 30%, 37%.
That's what they are.
Because his people are not on watch channels anymore. They're all just crazy fascist lunatics in the streets now.
Yeah.
So what's the crack? What's the crackage?
Oh, Mark.
At home all day, editing.
Jeff Bezos is having his second party over there in on San Giorgio. I saw them all
making such a big deal out of it. Like, who fucking cares?
I was telling my audience do you remember Ocean's 11, the scene when Don Cheadle is sitting watching TVs, watching the hotel being demolished, the old casino.
Oh yeah,
on TV, but he's right out. It's right outside his window, so you can see it fall behind him. But he's watching it on TV instead of just turning around looking at the window. So I was watching all the stars coming out of the Gritty Palace.
Yeah, they're all staying there, by the way.
Yeah, well, except for Bezos, he's at the Amman. Yeah. But I was watching it on TV, and I was like, "It's right there." By the window.
You were watching it on TV.
It was on TV. I was like, I'm terrible.
That's what we've become.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible? Listen, okay, so he's getting married in Venice. The only thing he did was turn it into a media circus, and his guests are mostly a list of, it's like a whorehouse. It's not that's not really classy, bad. Folks. It's just,
it's not the
D-list A-listers.
Well, Tom Brady came out earlier and he had a black suit on with a black shirt, and I believe it was all in black, and boy, that guy looks good.
Well, he's
tall. he's tall and he's enormous and beautiful, big suit.
Hanger.
I don't know what watch he wore, but I was just like, dang, that guy can wear a suit.
What does Tom Brady normally wear? Is he like a RM guy or?
Yeah, he has crazy, ridiculous $1 million watches.
Well, he would. He's the highest. Is he the highest paid American footballer of all time? I would imagine, right? Oh, the way they give out these contracts, who knows?
Yeah,
it's like in baseball, which I'm a baseball guy, but most people are not anymore. Baseball lost its allure years ago. People watch basketball now. People are into soccer more. But in America, of course, it's worldwide. I'm not talking about that. But these football countries, they still giving out these $700 million contracts. These guys that just got off the boat from the Dominican Republic or from Japan or whatever. They're just like thrown into this crazy spotlight. And they get all this crazy money. So, I would imagine Tom Brady, who's actually earned that kind of money, if you can earn it playing a game.
Yeah.
I guess, anything could be monetized. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But who cares? I'm like, why is everybody protesting him being there? What exactly why? Because it's Amazon that everybody
Amazon famously doesn't treat its workers very well. That's true. I've heard a lot, especially, I don't know about the rest of the world, but here in Italy, a lot of problems with that.
Okay.
The other
That's
thing
not
is,
good.
yeah, they put up a big, huge banner in the piazza saying, if you can afford to rent Venice for your wedding, you can afford to pay higher taxes. Because he pays 1.1% tax.
Well,
They're hardworking people. There are teachers and nurses and stuff that are paying 30%, 40% tax on their wage and living paycheck to paycheck. This guy's worth 290 billion and he pays 1.1%. It's a fuck up. It's not right. So that is what it's about. But I have to say, he has not taken over the city, because all the rumors are like he's taking every hotel and every taxi and everyone. The whole city's going to come to a standstill for this asshole. Actually, no, not really. He hired one of the taxi companies, so there are fewer taxis available. But that's the same as when there's the film fest every year.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I read an article where he gave a substantial amount of money
he
to the
gave
city
3
of Venice.
million to the city for charities, Venice
He could
charities.
have gone a little higher than that. That's a $5 bill. That's
gone higher.
Here, I'm going to give this.
But they're still happy.
It's a $5.
A nice $5. Hey, you got a big one from JHB.
JHB, $50 super sticker. Wow. Thank you so much. You're the
Look at
best.
Neve. Look at Neve. That wedding guest list is the menu when the revolution happens. Eat the rich. Here's hardcore.
Listen, well, let me just say something. If you think that guy's a lefty, oh, but you are wrong.
I'm just a piece of fruit from the orchard.
Oh my God, that's the giant one. Let's give you let's make a super chat. JHB, you are a legendary fella. Thank you for that.
Hopester says, is it just me or does Bezos' new wife look like botched bride Frankenstein? Incredible amount of plastic surgery. I know her mouth is like too big and there's a lot of work there. She's in her 50s, right?
She is, and she was pretty before. And listen, look at the guest list, Tobes. Look at the fake, the Kardashians.
Jerry Seinfeld's here as well.
Oh, God, everybody's new favorite person in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Look, fuck you, Jerry. The list of like those girls, the Kardashians, all the fillers and all that stuff. Listen, Lord Sanchez, she used to be a pretty girl, and apparently she's got some of her own money because whatever, that's fine. But yeah, she looks. That's just like the boobs. You know who?
She's really enjoying the spotlight. Like a lot of the stars are just coming out of the hotel, getting straight in the taxi, getting under, and and especially the cap Rio with his cap down.
Yeah.
Always
very pretty.
He came out today with the cap just covering his face. You can take a photo of his chin if you're interested, and he runs straight in, and there's no waving. She comes out, man. Bezos he's going along with it, and he's just waving a little.
He looks like some kind of a turtle now too, with his skin is looking. He's got that I don't know if he's doing D-ball or because he got really really super duper jacked. Yeah. But he's got that roid face where his skin looks too shiny, and he looks, like when, you remember the guys who did niacin at the gym, like it looks like their skin's gonna pop. That's how he looks too. So they're both on it together. They're on this, he's in his 60s. So I mean, he looks like some kind of turtle. But she's listen, she's with her big giant fake boobs. Hey, knock your socks off if it works for you. But you're right. This party is all about her.
It's about her. Well, I mean, the wedding is always about her, right? So that's okay.
Yeah.
And clearly she saw the Clooney one from 10 years ago and she said, that's what I want.
Yeah.
But Clooney is very loved here in Italy.
Yeah.
Clooney and his wife, of course. How could you not like her?
Human rights lawyer.
Yeah, how could you not like her? That's sophistication, and everyone they adore Clooney in Italy. It's every woman's dream is George Clooney, and they just adore him in every way. So it was rejoiced, and there was easily as much, if not more, hoopla about his wedding. but there weren't any protests.
No,
this guy
is
isn't he's just not liked as much. Yeah, he's just not as liked, you know.
Eddie with $50 on Seinfeld sticks. Eddie, opportunity, bless my soul. You rule, kiddo. Yeah,
that's my favorite one because you leave the because it shakes, but you leave the super chat up and it looks like the explosion is coming out of the super chat, you know. It's like,
you know what, $50, we're gonna do it again. You're right, it does do that.
It's fantastic.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't like him anymore.
Sharon's not a Clooney fan.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You mean like physically? Who does Sharon like? Just not her type. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what she probably means. That I doubt she takes issue with his philanthropy and his, you know, all of that.
Is he done on Broadway, by the way? Is that over?
I think that's it's done its time. Thank God it saves their marriage because she didn't like him with the dyed hair. He looked scroggly and weird. It looked
weird because it makes listen when you're
scroggly. Is that a word? I don't know.
I like it. Scroggly. Let's call up Merriam-Webster and have that entered. Scroggly.
Okay.
It made him look much older because, you know, dark hair on an aging face. That's why women go for the bluish, you know, or go blonde because it's more complimentary. You know, that they'll like if you put dark hair on an older face, it makes everybody look like a witch. You know, you should, it's never a really good idea. But yeah. Nothing is worth looking at until it's on TV. That's true.
I literally, I was right there.
Yeah. Patricia, noticed the same thing on your channel too. I wonder what is that a setting or something? I'm sure you didn't change anything because once it's set up, you don't need to do anything, right?
I haven't changed anything.
Valve says we're tired of billionaires defecating in our mouths. Listen, you know, like he said,
I think that's essentially what the protesters were getting at. Yeah, it's like this kind of wealth is a little disgusting.
They're flaunting it, yeah.
It's he comes to our town and blah blah blah. So, but I'll say it again, it's not as much chaos as the film fest, and that's just full of big famous actors. I mean, they're here for a festival, so it's about the art of film and awarding that, so it has purpose. I'm not comparing the two in that way. I'm just saying that Bezos is essentially not really affecting the city a whole lot. And he's out on San Giorgio tonight. He's way over there. No one can go near that island. It's blocked off by military and everything. And they can all have their party, get drunk, and snort cocaine all night, which is probably what they're doing. It's definitely what Leo's doing.
Do you think Leo's got to be? Is Leo?
50? He's always doing this at events, fixing his nose. He's a coke fiend, clearly. And I saw his girlfriend though. I saw
her. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Sweet Jesus. I saw her too. She showed up in this kind of like pale lavender gray. Oh, I was like, of course, though. He's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Of course.
I mean, sure. I mean, you know what's really fucked up is are all the captains of industry there? Like, is Tim Apple there? And
no, Tim's not here. Someone else. Bill Gates is here. Bill Gates, but he's not at the greeting. Oh, Ivanka's here.
By the way, can I just say that she's the only one that showed up on a boat that didn't look like a whore?
Yeah, well, she's here with her husband, and she's not at the gritty either. I don't think. I think I saw her. She's in a different spot.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, with that kind of money, I think Bezos rented out the entire Amman for him and his very close party, family, and
that's what
I think that's what that's. You know what my idea was that I said yesterday? If I were Jeff Bezos, what would I have done? How long have they been planning this wedding? Quite a while. I would have taken all that money and put it into the Debain. I had my wedding there outside of Venice, in Venice, but on the Lido, and take all that money to help refurbish that hotel. And then they've got the beach, and they've got private launches, and all that stuff in a grand dame of a hotel in Venice, but away from the fracas. You know, it would have been amazing. Bad thinking on his part.
The Kardashians went for a little stroll on Calle Larga earlier today.
I'm sure that
they went around like where the Omega store is and Ferragamo and all that.
Yeah.
They just went for a stroll surrounded by bodyguards, and people were coming over and taking photos with them. They're definitely here for the attention.
Well, they're only here for the attention because what else do they have? They're not famous for anything.
It's not like they have a body of work. Well, maybe Kim has a body of work. It was her body that did all the work.
Right. I mean, those people, they're just what's the word? They're celebrities they're infamous. They don't produce anything. I mean, a couple of the Jenners are models, but they've all had plastic surgery. And
well, she's not here. The one I like, the big
Kendall.
She's not here.
Yeah, she looks like the Joker, Travis. Yeah, she does look like a Joker. I mean, I don't know, when you have that kind of money or access to that kind of money, why don't you also have access to a psychiatrist or do you have access to friends who tell you the truth and say, Lauren, honey, the lips are too big.
With the lip filler.
What are you crazy? Get your boobs deflated. That's just too much. Because she's got these boobs, they're so high, and she got them so pushed up. And every outfit is just these big, giant, hard things. It just looks, I guess he loves it. Whatever, you know.
He wanted himself a blow-up doll, and he got it.
That's what he wanted, yeah.
His ex-wife is a pretty woman. She's very beautiful.
Very, very pretty woman.
Yeah. She's worth $40 billion now.
John Doe says it's nerd revenge to be the richest man in the world and all the most high-profile people in the world kissing your hands.
Yeah.
You're right. And he's also like 5'5".
That's a really accurate statement.
Yeah.
Nerd revenge.
He's a little guy.
Oh my God.
Sergio, I don't know what this means, but I'm curious. Sergio Meza, how do you guys feel about Seinfeld 1738? What does that mean? Should I Google that? Do I want to?
Do you want to?
1738. It's an episode called The Little Kicks. Let me see what this is about. I'm not going to get into it too deeply, but Jerry's forced to bootleg a movie. Oh, that's one of the greatest. Listen, I'm a very big fan of that show. I'm just not a fan of the man anymore. That's for sure. That's a great episode where he pirates the movies. The Lone Dancer. It's a great one. Yeah, it's a great one. You wouldn't know, but it's okay. But you did use a couple of Seinfeld references recently. I was amazed by that. Mark Brooklyn, Amazon stinks. Yeah, but here's the problem also, too. Everybody's such a fucking hypocrite, myself included. You know, I use Amazon.
We use it every day.
Convenient, terrible. You know? It's terrible. I feel disgusting about it. I'm horrible. You know, Sharon says she likes.
She deleted hers.
Can I
Mr. Big?
Can I ruin this for you right now? Sharon, okay. I'm gonna ruin this for you. So I used to work with this beautiful woman named Ali, and she was originally from Tehran. And her father spirited her out of the country because he was an airline pilot. And you met her, I'm sure, a million times, Oisin, that 6 foot tall, beautiful girl. She grew up in Dublin because he worked for Aer Lingus. Anyway, she has been living in the States since she's maybe 19. She's probably about 30 at this point. And Mr. Big and his brother comes in. Chris Noth and his brother come in. And they're having drinks, and all the girls are losing their marbles over Mr. Big, right? And she's like, could you believe that guy, right? She's got, she's a 6 foot tall Iranian beauty, and she's got an Irish accent. It's game over. For guys used to just throw money at us when I worked. I was like, oh, I want to work with Ali. And she's like, can you believe the gall of that guy? Blah 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 blah. So right, he's trying to charm me and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. Well, she went on a date with him.
Okay.
And she goes, and I was like, he's a pig. Get over, don't, ew, gross. Anyway, but in real life, he's a big guy. He's also a little bit dumpy. So anyway, he gives her he doesn't pick her up for the date. He says, meet me at this address. And she goes there, and there's a doorman building, and he goes, "Oh, he's expecting you." She goes, "What do you mean he's expecting me?" Well, he's upstairs. And she's like, "Oh no, he didn't ask me to go to his apartment. It was his apartment."
Okay.
So she reluctantly goes upstairs, and he answers the door naked in a robe.
Oh God.
She about faced, went down the elevator, said, "Lose my fucking number, pig." Gross. That's so yuck. I've never liked him.
I heard bad things about him. I can't remember what they were, but remember that Amanda girl, the singer songwriter, used to work with.
Sure. Yeah. She worked in his club.
She worked in his club. Yeah, the slipper, or what was it called?
The cutting room.
Cutting room. Yeah. Sorry, Sharon.
Yeah, he's a pig. So don't like him anymore. Pick somebody new. I thought they were protesting.
Right now, Sharon is thinking.
Probably.
Right now, Sharon's thinking, I would have gone into the room.
Nah, she's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Yeah, I mean, that's just, oh my God, because that's what we were talking about this weekend. Of course, yes. We were talking about earlier this week about, men and their power. This is a guy that's famous and girls like him. And he met this girl who's a bartender and he's a famous guy. And he invited her thinking that, she's going to want to sleep with me. Gross. Absolutely gross. Topes just says it takes 5 years to renovate a hotel. Well, sure. Not talking about renovating the hotel. He could have easily had a year's worth of work to get it in shape, because last year during the Venice Film Festival, Campari spent $2 million in there renovating a lot of the first floor, and they had a huge party there, and it lasted a couple of days, and celebrities stayed there. It's not like it looks sad from the outside, but it's they said it's going to require about $50 million worth of But listen, these budgets are also inflated. You pay for the plasterers farting. The amount of money that things cost is never commensurate with what it's really worth. So let's just face it. But if he went there, and
Kendall is at the wedding.
Oh,
and one of the sisters came out of the hotel yesterday. She's wearing a red flowery dress. Oh, I thought the ones I saw it was Kim and Chloe. Chloe's the big tall one. She's very skinny these days. She used to be heavier set. She used to drink.
She's the kind of one that looks a little bit like Doggy Daddy, though, right?
I don't know who Doggy Daddy is. So she's tall. She's much taller than Kim and much taller than the mom. And it's the mom, Kim, and her. I haven't seen Kendall or any of the others. I don't know if you've mistaken. Oh, Doggy Daddy. Okay. Okay. No, she's actually quite beautiful, but she was a heavier set. Chloe was a heavier one.
Who's the one that has resting bitch face?
That's the other one, the short one as well. There's two. There's Kim and then another short one, and then Chloe, who's much taller and now skinny, but wasn't skinny.
Let me see images of the Kardashians. Okay, so here's a look, and you could tell me who they all are, because I would know them if they raped me in the back of a van.
Courtney, that's the other one.
Courtney. Oh, that's cool. Are we tripping? That was a weird thing. I hit the wrong.
That was weird.
Kardashians. Who's who? The one in the middle is gorgeous.
The left one is Chloe.
Okay,
that was the one who used to be heavy, but now she's a supermodel.
Yeah, almost. She's the one. I thought was Doggy Daddy.
Then we have Kim. Yeah, they're both in the city. The middle one is Kendall. She is incredible. Yes. Then the next one over is the one that's dating Timothy Chalamet. She's completely restructured her face with plastic surgery, completely. Okay. And then Courtney's on the very right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was looking at them just now, thinking the one in the middle, she's beautiful. The rest of them, I wasn't sure which one was Kim, because she's a blonde now.
Well, they're in that photo.
Yeah.
And she's a blonde now. She probably changes it every second day.
She used to look like a hairy Armenian guy with a beard. Now she.
Can you Google Kendall at Bezos' wedding? Because John Doe is sure that she's
okay. That's
She's incredible.
okay. Yeah, she's in a flowery dress. She sure is. You could tell us where she is too. This is in People magazine. Okay, there it is.
Oh, there she is. That's definitely her, and the sister. That's the Gritty. That's coming out of the Gritty.
Yeah, they're at the Gritty. That's their favorite hotel. Whenever they stay there in Venice, they always stay at the Gritty. Because I'm up on such things.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Sharon says, "Don't you do it," but I did it. And then she goes, "This is why I'm single." No, there's plenty of good ones left. Lots of good ones.
I'm left. What about me? I'm good. I'm a good guy. Sometimes.
I want to fight Seinfeld in an octagon, and I'll pay to do it. And you know what? We'll all pay to do it. I'll do a whole show about it.
Because
his whole thing is funny until it's not. Because what does he care about? You know what he cares about? Himself. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's
himself and his money.
About. Robin's
I never even found them to be that funny. I know you love the show, but I never found them to be that funny.
I mean, it could be that,
I prefer his sidekick who Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, well that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Larry David. Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
It's all OJ's fault. He whacked 2 people and gave us the Kardashians. You're right. What came out of the OJ trial? The Kardashians. So true. So true. The end one is nice looking woman to my eyes. The rest didn't do anything for me. I mean, so much makeup. Yeah. At least Kendall has real tits.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Dirk, any thoughts on Owl? What does that mean? Owl Kardashian?
Old Watch Lady. I had a little rant at the end of my thing last night about Old Watch Lady.
Ow.
About the money and about her not talking to me anymore after October 7th and stuff.
Oh, sorry, Daniel. I don't know anything about it, so I have zero opinion on it. I don't know. I didn't know. You had a rant about her. Did you guys get into a fight together online?
No, but it turns out she was in the audience.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I didn't think she watched my videos anymore, honestly. But yeah.
So no. And that's me being pretentious. Listen, it's okay. This is listen. Everybody has their fantasy gal and guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Famous people, everybody's like, is it the Brad Pitt or George Clooney? That's been going on forever and ever and ever.
Sure.
And that's fine. I mean, what else? What other gauge? Hey, who's better, Mailman Bill or Joe the plumber? If you're in a small town, that's probably what you're saying. I'm gonna go I'm gonna spritz tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go get my spritz activity. So I will be right back.
Okay.
Talk amongst the crowd, kids.
Mm-hmm. Kylie. Which one is Kylie is the yeah, that's right, Sharon. Right, she's beautiful. I've seen the photos of her younger, and it's not the same person at all. I mean, the work is incredible. Turning her into a Barbie doll. And she's with Timothée Chalamet. He's a pretty talented guy. Talented actor, anyway. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting crowd. I'd love to see Bill Gates like walking down the street. I feel like Bill Gates would actually walk down the street and just check out Venice by himself, maybe with one security guard or something. He's kind of an interesting guy. He plans to give away all his money because he's too rich. Toaster, pull up the pics of DiCaprio's new girlfriend at the beach. She's so pretty and thin, barely legal. I know, barely. I saw her. He looks like a bloated, mature walrus. Yeah, but he's him. He's DiCaprio. I mean, what is she, 19, 21? What is she? And She can date another 21-year-old who lives in his friend's, sleeps on his friend's couch in some apartment in New York or whatever. Or she can date DiCaprio and be flown all around the world and stay at the Gritty Palace, etc., etc., and sleep with maybe a crush she had when she was a kid when she saw Titanic. You know, makes up for it, I think. Sergio, maybe give Bill a good watch. I know. Yeah, because he wears a little Seiko or something, doesn't he? He's one of those guys. He doesn't flaunt his wealth. DG, the Aman or the Gritty, which one is better? I would say the Aman. I'm actually not that crazy with the Gritty. It's great, but I think the Aman is much higher level.
I think that the difference between the two of them is that the Aman is a new hotel in an old palazzo, and that's just you're going to get that, whereas the Gritty is storied. You know,
Yeah,
I kind of love that shit. You like my stirrer, by the way, that I dug out? Look at that. Can you see this?
Wow.
You know what that's from, right?
Let's have a look. The Excelsior.
Correctamundo. I'm having a Chinar tonight. I'm gonna do a Chinar. Chinar.
Love it.
Chinar spritz. Yeah, you know, like, I mean, of course the Aman is like $5,000 a night, and it's crazy and it's beautiful, and but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like it's still a new hotel. I love the old shit, you know. I mean, you could always stay in a Lux hotel somewhere in Dubai.
But it doesn't look new. I was in there. It doesn't look new.
I know.
It's an old palazzo.
The fittings are new, though. You know, like it's a palazzo, and it's beautifully redone. Of course, I know. You showed me those pictures. It's mental. But isn't it up in like Canareggio? Isn't it up high? It's far away, right?
No, it's just across it's near Rialto.
Oh, it's near Rialto. Okay. So this is interesting. I got this up at Hunter's Point Wines. I thought this would be a fun little thing because their Prosecco's. I was like, I'll just try the Blanquette de Limoux. It's French, but you know, any bubbly will do.
Sure.
When you're making a spritz.
Sure.
Who's joining us for a cocktail tonight? Anybody?
My crowd were drinking.
And some.
And smoking.
Aqua Minerale.
John Doe sent $5 to your PayPal.
Oh, hey, John Doe. Thank you so much. Oh, I see your message. And it says, $5 sent to your PayPal. I think Bezos' wedding and the glitterati in Venice shows the world that it's not just overcrowded tourists these days. Venice is still a draw for the rich. Of course it is. And it always will be.
It's a good point.
It's a great point. And listen, like I was watching some of that stuff, and it's such a minor blip. You know, because you get boatloads of crap showing up there every day, wrecking the town, pizza boxes and all that shit. This is better. And they're also giving money to the city. So regardless of whether you like them or dislike them or you hate their policies or their politics or their how they're ruining this, that, or the other, I mean, he's trying his best to minimize the impact. And listen, all of those people are going to make money off of their pictures. All of those hotels are going to make all that money. All of the taxi guys. Yeah. And you know what? Some of the less than super famous people are going to go out, drink, get gelato, and get some aperitivi. And there's money to be made there. So
some of the less than famous but still very powerful and rich will go for a stroll and buy some Murano glass and a Rolex.
Sure, they will.
Yeah, some Dolce Gabbana or whatever. Yeah.
Hey, but my question is when they go into the Rolex AD, are they going to go in there and they're just going to say, sure, everything you want, it's right here. Here, take this one, this one. Does it work like that?
Well, at their level, probably, because they're going to say, I want gold with diamonds and, and they'll give it to you because they can't sell a lot of that stuff. It's overpriced and it's gaudy. Mm-hmm. I doubt these guys are going to walk in going, do you have a no-date sub? They probably have plenty of that. Probably not interested in just a good basic Rolex like that. They probably want bling. You know what I mean?
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, man.
Oh, boy. I haven't had a spritz in a really long time. That's deliciousness. Gates will walk around with plaid shorts and a bucket hat and look like every other tourist from Wisconsin. 100% true.
Yeah, you mightn't even notice him. That's the great thing about Bill Gates. And somebody said, I think it was Travis was saying he wears a Casio.
He does. He wears a Casio. He looks like Woody Allen walking around.
Yeah,
he's a scrawny little guy, and just that's fine. Bill wears a cheap Casio diver. That's crazy. Hey, Steve Mac 3, welcome to the show. Great to have you on tonight. You have a drink ready for yourself? Hey, look who's here. A guy who just got back from 3 weeks in Venezia himself. Howdy, hi. Just joining the chat. What did I miss? You missed Bezos's. I thought you were staying for the wedding. He has a place. He's considering getting a place there permanently.
Oh.
As you should.
Can't see why not.
Oh man, that's delicious. God. Cheers to you, Patricia Teague, having a Cosmo. Cheers. Cilantro.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What else is going on, kids? Pull up the pics of DiCaprio with his new girlfriend at the beach. She's
I got to that already.
Oh, you did? Oh, what did I miss? Is she horrible? How about something positive and lively, Tobster? How about something positive and lively? What's fun for you?
That's a big ask.
What's fun? How about something? Why don't you send pictures of some puppies or some kittens?
So how you feeling about Zoran Mamdani? See, Mark Brooklyn says the attacks on him, on his identity, are despicable.
Well, Tobster thinks that he's a communist.
A terrorist communist, of course.
Yeah.
Tobster thinks that.
I don't like him because he's from our district, and he was instrumental with another assembly person to help dismantle Long Island City and change the zoning and free up buildings and collecting of real estate for lots of foreign entities to come in here and pour their giant money in there, thinking, look, we're building this community. But what they didn't realize that they were doing, or they did realize what they were doing, and Zoran was part of it, is like really making it close to impossible for those of us who are here and left. So I don't like him for that. And I don't like anybody who says defund the police. That's just such a stupid thing. And he said it like a zillion times. So I don't particularly like him. I also don't like his face. There's something smirky and snarky about him. Not a big fan. But I had a whole conversation on my show the other day about Andrew Cuomo. And basically I made an ignorant enough statement to say that, and I didn't apologize for it. I reiterated over it. Listen, like a lot of women came out and said some bad shit about that guy. And I didn't. And I think at the end of the day, I always use the fact that I went to school with his family. I knew his family very well. His mom was my chess teacher, and I went to school with his sister Madeline. And I didn't know him per se, but I knew Chris a little bit. And they're a great family, really nice family. They're a great part of our parish. And I guess I let that bias me a little bit, as to who he is as a man, because I thought his family were terrific growing up. But listen, it's one thing when one woman says it, or maybe two, and then there's some people that try to get political and financial gains from accusing somebody. We all know that Me Too did a little bit go too far, and I always say that it takes away from the actual people who this really happened to. So I felt like I maybe was discounting a lot of these people. I went and I read a lot of stuff about some of the stuff and the women involved, and they seem like some pretty legitimate, reputable people. So I just don't understand why, guys, if you're going to be in a political office and you have that penchant for being, a misogynist asshole or some kind of a sexual creep, why you would seek out public office when you could be either ousted or publicly humiliated, or is it you're so drunk on power? And Zoran comes off as like a family guy, he reads the Quran every day and blah, 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 blah. And that appeals to people too, but I don't particularly care for that guy. I don't like anybody who says defund the police because it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
When did he say that?
He said it like 100 times.
He did?
He tweeted it like 100 times. Now he's saying, I didn't really mean defund the police. I meant take away some of their budget too. Do you know what? You know how many people are getting pushed on the subway tracks? This is like New York City's turning into the 70s again. It's dirty again. There's a lot of the list this week. Yesterday, I have the citizen alert, thing that tells you what's happening in your neighborhood. All of a sudden, we went through like the Giuliani's an asshole. We all know that, but he did clean up this town. But then, we had Mike. Everybody liked Mike. The city felt very safe. It didn't feel like anybody was being held down. The city felt good. Then we had de Blasio, and then this jackass that's in there now, and he's a corrupt that guy. And he announced his re-election campaign. No one's going to re-elect that scumbag. But the city is the subways have never been dirtier. People are getting pushed. There's a lot of mental health issues. There's a lot of homeless people. We've never ever had a worse homeless problem here. These people are not being taken care of. They're just not. Right. There's nowhere for them to go. We have that, Long Island City. We have the veterans facility over on Borden Avenue down there, and those guys always used to come up and maybe pan hands a little bit. All very minor. Just a couple of guys looking for a handout. There's a couple of people on Vernon Boulevard got punched in the face, attacked. These are people that are not just down on their luck. These are people that need some kind of intervention, some kind of medical or psychological intervention. None of these people, the city is just kind of like being run right now like this, the kids took control of the classroom. It's a mess, and I don't see him helping it out at all. I'm not a fan of that guy. Okay. But I'm not a fan of anybody anymore because I don't give a shit. Maybe that's the problem. I'm just so over New York. I'm just so over the New York bullshit.
Okay.
You probably got the best of it while you were here. You were here for a pretty good era, Yeah.
Except for 9/11.
Oh, right. Defund the police doesn't mean what you think. Yes, it does. And you have to understand that it means that when somebody says it, you might know the nuance.
Sorry, can I read it for people who are listening and not watching? Okay. Defund the police doesn't mean what you think. Your interpretation is the narrative fed by the... I 100% agree, but I'm staying very quiet, and I will reiterate again that Dirk, for me...
Yeah,
you're a right winger, man.
That's not a right winger.
You are. You just don't know it yet.
But so what? Okay. I still love you. Let the animals run the fucking asylum?
No, that's not what defund the police.
No, defund the police. When you say defund the police, it gives people
an impression
on the other side of the coin
who aren't thinking very deeply.
I know what it means, but don't say that. Because you know what? Maybe you could do that.
That's a point I can get behind. That's a point. Like nuance gets lost. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The nuance is completely lost. So like, there's no cops. There's going to be no fucking cops. And everybody from Long Island and Staten Island would be like,
they're all cops. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all like, fucks. Take away my job.
My brother's a police officer.
He's got 30
you
years.
Goddamn commie.
Yeah. You goddamn commie. And then there's all that. And everybody's calling the guy communist.
Okay. That is a point I can get behind. They're on the same page there. Yeah.
I know it doesn't mean they're going to take the cops off the street. I know it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But when you say that, they think that.
Yes. Then you might say, well, it's none of our business what dumb people think. We're all smart here in New York City, which is a good answer too. So, yeah. He said he'd arrest Netanyahu if he arrived in New York.
He did say that, and that's the greatest news I ever heard.
Yeah. That's like, because we follow international law. Go figure. Yeah.
Scotty Love says, get off Dirk's fire escape. That's the equivalent of my lawn, right?
Yeah. Anyway,
Tobes just says New York City Council is a Democratic supermajority. I think over half of them are DSA members. You're obsessed with the DSA. How many majority socialist governments turned out over the last years? Here's my big question: what town do you live in? Why don't you pay more attention to your local politics? And get off my fire escape.
You really think Tobster lives in a come on?
No, he doesn't live.
I'm thinking of wide open spaces and fields and a filling station every 60 miles. Yeah, I have a certain picture in my head.
Yeah, well, I live in the biggest city on planet Earth.
Outside of Mexico City.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean. I can't wait to go to Mexico City and see that. Never. When I found out we were going to Mexico for Emmett's birthday, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. Mexico City. She's like, Cancun. I'm like, what? I loved it. Isn't that funny? Yeah. Dirk loved a beach vacation. Unbelievable.
Hey, nothing wrong. A little cool breeze from the ocean.
Yeah.
Or from the Gulf.
Yeah. Defund the ice. I was watching a million videos. It was doom scrolling today of all these guys on Long Island that happen to be brown people. They're, you know, either of Latino extraction or Arab or anything that's not white. And Long Island is a cesspool of racism and Trumpism. And
oh my God,
it's so bad. And
Suffolk County, Nassau County. Woof.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And, you know, these are basically people that would put on a sheet if they could. And maybe there's a chapter out there. I'm not even sure. But I was watching all these guys get pulled over because, you know, everybody's got a camera in their pocket now. And it's so embarrassing. Like these ICE guys. And this is like I always used to say, you know, when Hitler was sitting at the table with all of those guys and they were all like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck did that happen?
That sounds like a good.
How the fuck did all of those guys sitting at that table go, yeah, hey, wow,
hey, you're onto something.
Hey, yeah, let's do that. I have a great, hey, man, I got some property in Poland. Why don't we just go hook that up? We could build some shit there. And then you got these guys, they're so dedicated to this ICE shit. And they're like, they're pulling over United States citizens and putting them in handcuffs.
Oh, they're on the phone every day trying to report people. I saw a guy on the street and he looks Mexican and they're being inundated with Karens going, I think there's an illegal down my street. He's been there for an hour.
Basically, you're calling the Gestapo.
Yes.
Because that's what they fucking are. They're the Gestapo. Can I see your papers, please? Can I see your papers? You can't go to a restaurant.
My favorite clip actually that came up was they were Native Americans and they were stopped.
Yeah, guess what? It's their country.
And they were like, we're original.
Yeah.
You go fuck yourself. You're the imposters. You're the immigrants. We're the original people. And it's a really nice video to watch because then the cops fuck off. And they're pretty abusive to them as well. It's like, you get the fuck out of our country, you fucking European tyrants.
Right.
Yeah.
Your people came from Dusseldorf. You cunts. And it's always these strudel guys, you know, these fat cops that like, they look like they just had some strudel. And they're like, I said, put your hands on the dashboard. I mean, I watched about so many of them today. I couldn't believe it. And then they're in handcuffs. And then when they go and they look at their ID, they let them go. They don't say, I'm sorry. They don't say anything. They just like, oops.
No, sorry.
It's the Gestapo.
Sorry. Yeah.
You know, it's the Gestapo.
So
born to lose $4.99. Everyone complains about Bezos. He worked his ass off and earned it. I agree. It's the American dream.
Actually true.
It's totally true. I was an Amazon member.
Well, let me tell you something though. Okay, he's born to lose is right. He worked his ass off, and God help him. Like he was in a little office in his house or in his garage for years.
Yeah, it was in his garage. Yeah.
Bezos has said things like, because he's been confronted about how he treats his workers, because you know they get overworked, insane hours, exhaustion, etc., etc. And he has some pretty tough, if you don't meet certain deadlines, he has some pretty tough rules. And he says that he wants his employees to be terrified of him.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound very nice to you?
No.
That doesn't sound like a nice CEO.
Is that a real quote, though? Did anybody see him say that?
You think it might be fake news?
I mean, does anybody, you know how when you see somebody in a TV movie be incredibly mean to somebody and directly mean like that, you know that's great writing, or it's just writing. Like for somebody in his position to say that sounds unlikely to me.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy to say that. It's what the Wicked Witch of the West would say. I'm going, yeah, all of you, it's like something straight out of Dynasty or Dallas, I'm going to crush you like the peon that you are, because I am powerful. You worthless. You work for me. Clean the furnace. Clean the, it just sounds absurd to me that a guy like that would say that. I mean, he could, but anyway, thank you for that. And great comment. Great comment. Great comment. Yeah.
Panel Power is breaking out the Bill Hicks. What's the fucking deal with the beach? I don't get it. It's where dirt meets water. The beach.
Yeah, you guys, like, that's why I think it's funny, because he said you banned him from your show one day. I was like, this guy is like the most pro-Palestinian guy in the whole wide world, and he's obsessed with Bill Hicks. I'm like, he's your best friend. I'm going to quit the show and let you come on the show. This guy. Wow. You guys are like, your comedy's in the same place.
I have to go back through my blocked and find him. Well, I add to my blocked people every day, 3 or 4, I just have a lot of haters, so.
Why the hate, everybody? Why the hate? That's why I don't give a shit anymore. Like, you know what? It's just, I just want, like, my sister's got some kittens, right? And like, I should have grabbed one of them. I should have. It makes sense that I should have done it, but I didn't. And I promoted them a little bit before, because we're trying to find homes for them. But it's like, I'm just not in a position to do that. My next cat's going to be Giuseppe or Antonietta. I'm going to find an Italian stray cat. Yeah. And that's going to be my next cat, because I don't want to bring a child up in this atmosphere of, Dragon Lady under this regime. And plus, also, like, I know that, that my time here is going to be relatively,
it's
limited.
Yeah.
And then, like, my friend Nick, who was was the dildo king, who had a cat. And he, made his fortune out in Los Angeles making the world's most famous adult pleasure devices. And he's worth $200 million. He rented a private jet to bring his cat home to New York when he moved back. I don't have those resources. So I'm like, all I can think of is there's nothing worse than putting an animal in a crate and putting it on an airplane, where forget about the possibilities of pressurization or whatever. Just think about, they don't understand. It's like fireworks. They don't understand what these things are. It is extremely stressful for them. I just can't imagine putting an animal through something like that.
I was just supposed to round up criminals. Now it's all about numbers.
Yep.
How many you need to detect. Yeah, because they're being taken to for-profit prisons. Much of the prison system in the United States is a for-profit business. So there's actually a monetary incentive to incarcerate people. It's yet another sick aspect. Neve, okay, so if he works so hard, he should pay tax. I work my ass off and pay 52% tax. Well, yeah, I mean, the tax problem, if Bezos was paying, even 25%.
He doesn't live in Ireland. He lives here.
Yeah, but there are
we get away with murder here.
Yeah, there are hardworking Americans who pay a lot of tax. Maybe not 52%, but still a lot of tax, and they need every penny of that. If Bezos can certainly afford to pay 25% at least of tax,
and he should,
and the country would be so much better off.
Tax the rich.
Talking about billions. You're talking about literally billions every year. Yeah. And just a little tax that how is it going to affect that guy? He could never spend all his money. Even if he started today trying to get rid of it all, he could never spend it. So
no. So start getting rid of it now by infrastructure and hospitals and children's things.
Build some hospitals, goddammit. Et cetera, et cetera. But
see, I mean, listen, understandably, Neve, also, you live in a much more socialistic kind of structure there. So taxes go towards all the things that people need, healthcare, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We don't have any of that shit here. It's just make as much money as you fucking want and get away with all the tax loopholes. Like our president said.
Strudel guy. I like that one too. I like that one too, Joe. Strudel guys. They just had some strudel.
They all look like they came from Dusseldorf. Their grandparents are immigrants from Germany, and they're all, I have some beer, pretzels, and some strudel. This is my wife, Hildegard. Fuck you.
That's golden.
Scumbags. It's always those guys too. It's like, listen, the shame of the white man. It's like, who jumps on that fucking bandwagon? I'm amazed by it. I'm amazed. Listen, I'm not gonna be a white apologist or any of that shit, because I have a lot of problems with that shit too. Because like I wasn't there for all that stuff. Don't blame me. But there's some concessions that we all have to make. Like, I will never be stopped by ICE. I will never be pulled over.
Yeah, you're
I
white
will
and Irish.
never ever do that because I look like Strudel guy.
Yeah, you're white and Irish.
I just look like the Irish cop guy. Most people, when I'm on the subway, I never sit down on the subway.
The Tobster lives down at the end of the street, who's looking through his blinds, going, "Oh, where is all the communists?" He's not calling ICE on your ass.
No. But
maybe if he found out you were homosexual, he might be, we don't get these gays out of New York.
Who's a homosexual? I resent that. Unbelievable. Now, where is that Sharon? I want to get that. Now I want to clarify this. Now, 100% I understand what you're talking about. First of all, let me give Joe LaFaro a big bang boom. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joey Joe. Joey has a cosmic. He had a picture of it the other day. I was like, oofa. Thank you, handsome Joe. I flew Caribbean in a crate. Listen, it's different. Like my sister did the same thing with her dog.
Saved her life.
When you're saving, because all these islands and these, third world countries.
She brought back.
That's a totally different. I would do that in a heartbeat. I'm talking about like for my own move. Like if I couldn't travel with a cat in a cat carrier on my lap, I wouldn't do it. I would never put an animal down on the hold. I know people do it. I just couldn't imagine do it. I love you guys, but it's been a rough week. This is all too political for my delicate Friday buzz sensibility. See you all next week. He just got back from Venice. He just got back. Katarina.
We're only talking about it because of Mandani. I find that to be a tongue twister. Mandani.
Yeah, I thought it was Mandami for the longest time, but it's not. And also I really don't like very religious people. I'm a very lapsed Catholic, and I'll always remain a lapsed Catholic. But when people tell me that they read the Bible or the Quran every day, I don't want you in public office.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Well, you're in the wrong country for that, because pick up that dollar bill you had in front of you and read what it says on it.
In God we trust. It's also the name of his Striper album. That's why I was just singing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
In God we trust. They have a heavier guitar sound than Metallica.
They're crazy. So we have this event tonight that's going on. I'm sure they're all back by now. Probably came back in their boats while I was live. And then tomorrow is Arsenale. Over in the Arsenale is another party. Now, Sharon, I was trying to figure out when is the wedding, which of the days, and Sharon
there is no wedding.
Yeah, there is no wedding. Sharon
they got
says
married
they secretly got married.
They did. They're married already.
See, I don't know anything, so there you go.
Well, what are they going to do?
I thought the wedding vows were happening.
No, who's going to marry them? They're both divorced. It's fucking Italy.
Yeah, it's Italy. They can't do it in a church.
No, you have to get an annulment.
On the phone. I was on the blower with my ma earlier today, and she made that point. She's like, "How can they get married? That's a Catholic church. They can't get married." And I was like, "Shit, you're right." So I guess not. Okay, so it's just a party then. It's just a celebration. Fine.
Oh wait, she says they got married today. Where did they get married?
Oh shit. Okay, new information.
You're sending the pic? Hold on, let
Breaking
me pull
news.
up the Gallery of Bastards.
So it was today. Oh, now it's all screwed up. I don't know.
No, I know that they got married. They got
married outside. So they were outside the church because the church won't do it.
No, I know they were legally married.
Who was the
like
pastor or whatever?
They couldn't get a priest to do it because that's not.
No.
You can't be Catholic and do that shit.
So who was it? Was it Tom Brady?
Yeah, all you need is an ordained minister.
Okay.
Tobster, were you available to get them married today? Wait, are you sending me the pic?
While
Born
you're
to
waiting,
Lose 13.
I'll be back.
499. The rich pay almost 50% in taxes. LOL. The more you make, the more you pay. Not here. Like how many, Donald Trump famously told everybody, I don't pay tax. That's why I'm smart. Anyway, taxation is
And they
theft
love him
anyway.
for it.
And they love him for it. I mean, nobody wants to pay a lot of money in taxes. I mean, nobody does, but like things have to get paid for. You can't bitch about the roads. You can't bitch about your infrastructure for transportation. You can't. There's all of that. All those civil amenities have to get paid some way. That's why if you talk to somebody from Sweden or Denmark or Finland, these people happily pay that because the cost of living is commensurate with the amount of money that they make, and they know that their tax money is going towards infrastructure that they need. I don't understand why anybody has a problem with that. If you still have enough money to live, it's all about how many nuts does the squirrel want in their hole in the tree. That's doesn't make any sense to me. Sure, you can make a lot of money and you could be rich in Denmark and Sweden and Finland and all those kinds of countries that everybody supposedly has the best lifestyles in the whole wide world. But I don't think anybody should have a problem paying a commensurate tax with the amount of money they make, because that's what makes civilization. So, like, why should you pay less? I don't understand it. I don't know. Tracy Ferris says they were able to marry in the Catholic Church because neither has ever married prior in the church. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. There it is. Sharon sent the picture. Oh, okay. Well, this is outside. Okay. She's wearing white, too. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll wait till the big guy comes back. Not only does she have to well, man, she looks like a I mean, that's a complete like dolphin tail dress, right? I mean, the boob cutout on the dress I wouldn't have done, because it's just she's obsessed with what she paid for. I don't know how I feel about this dress. I mean, she's wearing white. He looks good. He looks good.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's the garden behind San Giorgio.
There you go.
I was just there the other day on my live stream.
Okay.
Did she cover her boobs? Yeah, she did.
Good. She did, but she's got to have that, crazy bodice to accentuate. They're in there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They're in there. He went for a classic velvet tux with a
nice
with a sateen lapel, notched lapel, perfect size, classic. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more cuff on the sleeve. I noticed you got cuffs on your seersuckers. What was that about?
I don't know. I just bought them.
Oh, you bought them cuffed?
Yeah.
I thought you had your seersucker pants.
Oh, the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, they asked me.
Oh, they asked you?
Yeah, I said sure.
Huh.
I'm having the rest of my salad.
Enjoy it. She looks good in this picture. They both look great.
Is that the only photo?
That's what Sharon sent me. I mean, he's wearing classic.
She's a pretty woman. I know it's all fake, but
yeah, well, okay. That's the beauty of being a straight man.
She's striking.
Don't care. You guys don't care.
Striking.
She's striking. Sure, why not? My sister and I were talking earlier today, and she said that they're both Catholics. So who knows? I didn't know that. Neve says Mondani's not that religious. Well, he said on TV, I saw him say that he reads the Quran every day. I don't know how religious he is, but I don't read the Bible every day. You know what? I don't read it. I think
that would be career suicide in the United States and New York in particular.
I don't know.
But I guess a lot of the youth went out to vote.
It was actually 31%. It was actually a very shitty turnout. Oh. It was a hideously bad turnout.
Oh, I see.
And the fact of the matter is that Cuomo could actually win. He's running as an independent. Because election days. Hey, Tracy, they were able to marry in the Catholic Church because neither had ever married prior in the church. There's your answer.
Now we're getting all the info.
Yeah, the girls know everything, by the way.
20 minutes ago, I thought he wasn't getting married. Or he had already been married.
But he wasn't married. He was never married by a priest. So there you go.
So I guess they did the paperwork then in the States a month ago. They just went to the city hall and did that part. Did they? I don't know.
Listen, most people get married civilly.
Mm-hmm. Civil, yeah.
And then if you want to do a church wedding, you want to be an old-fashioned couple, you do it that way too. And
Right.
that's cool.
That's what they did there.
That's what they did there. Now, if you never got married before a priest, then you were divorced, you absolutely can, as long as you've never been. Because if you get married within the church and you get divorced, then you have to get an annulment.
Right.
You know. Hey, look at this, Albert. Look at this. Two of this guy, the new guy. I love this. Oh, hey, Alberto Lucientes. The rich do not pay almost. Of course they don't in taxes as a general rule. Not even close. Yeah, maybe in Sweden they do.
Yeah,
you know, not here. And I was just telling you while they were away. I was like, I don't understand. Like, if I was a zillionaire and I was making a lot of money, you talk about Finland and Sweden and Denmark and all these countries where everything works, and Germany. None of those people care about the fact that they get taxed at a higher rate because the cost of living is still commensurate with what they make, and their roads work, their infrastructure works. They're happy to have they're civically minded people. Americans tend to be a little bit more greedy when it comes. Oh, this is
shocker.
Oh my God. Wait till you see this shot. Oh boy. It's a shame that she had to resort to this. Oh boy.
Oh, that's after.
You still think she's hot?
Oh God, look at what's wrong with Why did she do that?
Why would you do that? Is this a real picture?
Like rocks.
Can I just
It could be AI.
This could be AI.
Because he's kind of not looking at her right.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is fake. Also, I don't think her chin looks like she's got this chin implant with this little button up. I don't believe that this is real. Thank you, Albert, but I don't think so. Because look at that. We saw her dress. Let me go pull up her dress. Hold on. To see if there's like a possibility that
this is the age we live in. We look at a photo.
Man, you don't know if anything's
no
idea.
Real.
Nah, it's not.
We could be AI right now. This could be AI generated. Us chatting, bantering back and forth, and we're actually asleep in our beds.
Let's do the AI version of us, right? So I was at a Trump rally the other day, and I was just saying, "Yay!" I was talking to my friend Marjorie Taylor Greene the other day, and we were talking about how we want to get all those people out of this country and keep it for the white American people.
I'm agreeing with Marjorie Taylor Greene now. It's terrible. The world is turning upside down. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Because she's been saying stuff about Iran, and let's not get into that.
She dissented.
And I'm like, oh God, am I really agreeing with this loony?
Yeah.
What's happening? Everything's upside down. And Tucker Carlson as well. I'm like, yeah, he has a good point.
Two people who totally jumped.
And Candace bloody own.
Yeah. But not my girlfriend, Megyn Kelly.
No, she's
She's man, it's amazing to look at that. She's so gorgeous. What a beautiful woman. My God. And she's so smart. She's such an intelligent woman. And she was one of the main subjects of, if not the main subject of the whole bombshell Roger Ailes thing. And yet she learned nothing. Nothing.
Right.
She learned nothing. And she voted for Donald Trump twice after all the shit he put her through. Hey, Paz.
Lots of people I know and like voted for Donald Trump. Like comedians that I follow and so on. Now they regret it. They're saying, oh. I'm like, oh God. Yeah. Anyway, Paz.
Your wife gets locked up. Yeah, you can read it.
Yeah. Everyone pays tax on the money they make the first time. You can't get around it. You don't pay as much on the money your money makes. Capital gains tax. You get taxed twice. That's fair.
No, that's definitely not fair. And we're going through that right now. Paz, thanks for that. It's a great question. Let me give you a big bang boom for that, because that's cool. You know, we got a little couple of things in the bank, and like when the Trump shit hit the fan, we lost some money. But you know, this is like our Italian, you know, refugee fund, and we have a guy that's taking care of that for us. It's not a lot of money, so it's enough for us to get the fuck out of Dodge. But
Yeah.
we have some money that's going to come out of a CD soon, and you know, it's money we didn't have to pay tax on when it's an inheritance tax. You know, it was like some money we got from an inheritance, and the second that money matures, we have to pay a very big fucking chunk of that in taxes, which really, and that sucks. And you know what? This is from a relative who already paid tax on that money. So that money was already taxed, but because it was given to us, you know, we have to pay tax on it now too. But that money's already been taxed. So there is a lot of double dipping that goes on here, and that does not happen elsewhere, my friends. There's a lot of double dipping when it comes to taxes here. So it's kind of shitty. It's kind of a shitty thing. And so we're like, you know, like Donald Trump, we're trying to figure out a way to not do that. Because that would suck. Here is Leonardo DiCaprio's girl. She's very pretty. She's very skinny. Very
She's
skinny.
like 11 feet tall.
She's 11 feet tall, and I will have to say this, that she looks like she's new to money, because that outfit just is not very attractive.
So who is she? Is she a model? Was he at some modeling thing? She was on the catwalk, and he just pointed and said, "I want to talk to her after," and boom.
Of course he did.
Changed her life.
She's obviously a model because she's gorgeous and she's tall and she's slender. But my question about her
not even a great photo of her.
No, I saw a picture of her. This is her in motion. She's getting off of a boat. She's getting off but she's.
And by the way, they go not separately, but she and her friends. She's with her girlfriends. She has 2 girlfriends with her, all having fun, you know. And they came out and they got in the boat, and then about 3 minutes later, DiCaprio comes out with his cap and goes straight into the boat. So they have to treat him separately, because I don't think anyone's gone crazier about anyone more than DiCaprio. Like when he's arriving at every event, people just go nuts. But he has the famous cap down.
Yeah.
It's weird. He just walks through and he goes straight through. There's no waving. There's no you know, autographs or anything. He doesn't give shit.
I think Leo probably should start doing more autograph signing, because you know what? He's probably at the top end of his reign. You know, he's older, he's dumpier. You know, the only thing he's going to have really left for him is the money, because he's now not. Listen, and you know, I know you love to say this all the time, but listen, he's not very attractive now. I never thought he was, but I understand the cute young factor.
Sure.
He looks very dumpy, and if you saw that guy sitting at Florian, you would not look at him twice. He just looks like a guy that in his 50s that drinks quite a bit and has a pretty girl on his arm. You would just think he works for, you know, a big pharma. Lucky big guy. You know, but he's with this girl. She looks also like she's about 17.
That is really looks very, very young. I'm just gonna pull up some photos from
pull them all
the whole thing.
Thank you, Sharon. Oh, $6.99 super chat. Thank you, honey. You didn't. So sweet. Let's do the. This is how I think about this, honey. What do you got going on here?
I shared the wrong thing. I should share a window. Share a window. That window. Bill.
Hey, Billy C. Hi, honey.
This is today. Coming out at different moments, but into the same taxi. And look at the way he does it. And I could hear on the feed, it was so funny because all the journalists standing around with their cameras, and it was on TV and everything, and they're all like, "Que stronzo, okay." Like he's such an asshole. Because look, he covers his face.
Yeah,
that's the way he comes out, and he just runs in.
What do you think that's about? He just doesn't want to be bothered, or like, what's his story? Like, is he one of those
guys? He's been famous since he was 16. He's done. He's like, I don't care. But I'm here to live the good life, and I know that people are going to just sell my photo, so I'm just going to make it hard on them. She really does look 18 or 19, doesn't she?
She looks very, very young.
My God. She's not skinny because she's skinny. She's skinny because she's young. Everyone's skinny when they're young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel you. Listen, I also think it's like when you're in your 50s, man, that's like one of your daughter's friends, man. That's gross.
It is a bit weird.
It's gross. Youth is for the young, beautiful people. You know what? Like when the new thing is Nicole Kidman getting banged on every fucking movie set, right? Ew.
Right.
Ew, 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 fucking ew. You know what? Watching people who are on the verge of elderly, because 65 is elderly, is you know, is social security. I don't want to see. I think sex and all that stuff is for young, beautiful people who still have collagen left. And if we're gonna see any of that stuff, it should be them. And I like you see young lovers on the street holding hands or kissing in public. That's so cute. But when you see old people do it, it's just gross. You know, keep that away. Nobody wants to look at that shit. It's gross. And he's an old man now. He did not take care of himself at all. Like Brad Pitt. Yeah, he looks terrible. Brad Pitt looks like he could still do a Fendi shoot. You know, he still looks great. And that guy drank like an animal. I don't get it. He just looks very bloated.
There's Oprah.
Oprah. Yeah, well, she's the ultimate sellout.
And Gail King is there.
Was Gail there? Sure.
Yeah.
I used to love Gail King. I don't love her anymore. Paul danced with her on the Oprah cruise. He said she was so funny. Because Paul's such
This is all dancer. 50 meters from my fucking window.
Oprah.
But I was like
the gritty, huh?
All at the gritty.
Oh shit.
Orlando Bloom was there with no Katy Perry.
Who's that? Usher?
Usher is there.
Great suit. Ooh,
nice suit, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Who's this whore? How much? How much? Quanto costo?
Quanto costa? It's a female thing, Costa.
Yeah, Costa.
There's our boy.
There's Tom Brady.
Look at all black. I like it.
Yeah.
Who's this blonde middle-aged woman here? Do you know who that is? Because there was a big deal.
She looks like that chef that just died, but it's not her.
She looks a bit strudely.
Oh, still he looks strudely. Go back.
And this is what's her name? Kardashian's mom.
Yeah,
Chris, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
this is her fella. Look.
Yeah.
Big black dude. Yeah.
Well, she made she's
in all black as well.
She put an edict down on the family.
He's carrying his drink out with him.
Black people because she wanted to increase their market share. That's where that
she looks good. Look, she's 70, right?
She looks because she's been under the knife.
Looks good. She's sexy. I don't know.
You think she's sexy?
Yeah.
Can you do me a big favor? Can you lure her away from that guy? You should go out. You should go out with her. Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner. Sure, I'll do it.
Because you know what? Her ex-wife is a woman.
That's right. Anything's better than that.
This is interesting. See, look at that dress. That's not a classy dress. I'm sorry. It's trashy.
This is Khloe Kardashian.
That's Khloe. It's trashy. Listen, Ozempic worked great for her. She looks thin.
Yeah.
Looks great in the dress.
She's thin and tall.
And that's
in fairness to her, she started getting fit before Ozempic hit the market. That was a few years back, and she was.
So did Adele.
Yeah, Adele was the first. Adele was the first Ozempic. Yeah,
we know it. We know. We called that so long
release. Ago too. Yeah. Well, she needed help, you know. Adele, she loves her McDonald's and her white wine, you know.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but maybe it's because I'm a homosexual man. But you know, homosexual men have been the dressers of womankind for history.
That's right.
And how to make a woman look as beautiful to you as we think possible.
Who's this dude? Is he a fashion icon? This guy?
That's fucking Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, that's Hilfiger. I thought it might have been him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a designer. He's a businessman because his stuff is crap.
Let me see if I can get
Tommy Hilfiger has never been.
I don't want to get shut down, so I can only play.
Could we get shut down for that?
Just well, I'm just playing seconds of it. That's all.
Okay.
But look at the big. What's Tom Brady? 6'3", 6'4"?
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big.
Looks great in that
quarterback.
I mean, it's all black. I don't know if that's right for a wedding, but it
Yeah,
still
not
looks
really.
good.
It's very Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's very monochromatic Regis Philbin. It's kind of late 90s, early 2000s. Maybe it's coming back. Who knows? But I don't know who that woman is with the tousled hair.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, it's fun to watch this shit. I mean, listen, we've been chasing celebrities for the longest time, but the celebrities used to be on film or make albums, or, people used to chase Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe. Now they're chasing Kendall Jenner. What does she do? Nothing.
Yeah, we've kind of lost the plot, haven't we?
Yeah. Doesn't want any candid pics without makeup and lighting and hairstyling. Oh, that could be it too. It's Tobes just says D-bag celebrity. He was talking about DiCaprio. He was the same when I worked at his house. Didn't say hi, didn't even look at me. Unfriendly vibes. He was renting my buddy's Malibu beach pad for a year. I have heard from many people that he's a total douche. Now, you want to know when I first remember Leonardo DiCaprio? I'm going to show you where I learned about this guy. Ready for this?
Game the other night?
Oh, don't play any clips, man.
This is ancient.
Subject was gravity.
Oh, wow. There he is, really young.
Hi, Carter. I'm just trying something new with you guys, but I can see you're just not ready for it yet. Okay, we'll
pause it.
Becoming a answer to that? Aim speed.
Where is he? There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Wow.
That's how I knew him. My favorite
been
show
in the
is Growing
industry
Pains.
forever, It's just.
And Kirk Cameron is now one of the most psychotic, crazy right-wing Christian lunatics of the world. The guy that was a big heartthrob on that show. Leo was introduced maybe a season before that show finally got canceled, and he couldn't save the show. He tried, but it didn't work out.
So that's where I was last night. There's Madonna dell'Orto up in Canareggio.
Yeah, it's
right by the Jewish quarter. Then this is San Giorgio,
right,
where I was on my live stream the other day. And they actually put the two in exactly the right place because it's not on the front part. It's in the garden at the back.
In the garden at the back. And the front part is the Cipriani, right?
No, the Cipriani's over this side.
Oh, is Cipriani on Giudecca?
You can actually see the pool from here.
Oh, shit. I always thought the Cipriani was on San Giorgio.
No, it's on the very end, but there's a separation. From down there, which is where we would hang out when you're here with me, because I live somewhere around there. I'm not going to say.
So, question.
From down there.
So when Dosaduro goes up towards, towards the left there, when does it become Santa Croce?
Somewhere here.
Somewhere around there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was curious
Dosaduro is about to that word piazza right there.
Oh, okay. And
that's that whole thing. But when we were here on the Zatara having drinks and we look in this direction, it looks like Giudecca and San Giorgio are connected.
Right, but they're not.
They look like but they're not. You have to get up here to see. Anyway, this is tomorrow. This is Arsenale, which is the big military boat museum place over there. So what I'm trying to say is, look where they chose. They're away. Okay, their hotel is here. The hotel's right there. That's where there's the Rialto Bridge right there in the middle. Yeah, there. And there the Amman is right there. So that's in the center of everything. But the events are actually on the outskirts. They're not creating chaos. They're not.
Look at that, though. Look at that. I mean, she's wearing a 1980s dress. These girls couldn't find class if it would save their lives.
I know.
There's just nothing. But look at that. The bangs that are driving those boats, though.
You like those?
Well, sure. They look like ruggers, They look like rugby dudes.
Jesus.
But look at these. Look at these.
So
look at this. Go back to those girls, though.
Yeah.
Look at this. Can you not have your tits hanging out for 1 second of the day?
Yeah, and wearing a dress that accentuates the ass. It's tits and ass. That's what she always. That's how she became famous. Tits and ass, baby. This is a shot of them all leaving, but they came out of the Amman on the right. That's my daughter's university right there in the middle. That's Ca' Foscari.
Yeah.
Let me see. That's a security guard next to. Oh, she dressed down a little there.
So that's a Grace Kelly look for on.
Yeah, that's nice.
Skeletor showed up as Grace Kelly because she looks like
That's right.
Skeletor there. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
horrible. It looks like some kind of. See, he looks fine. He just looks like a regular old rich guy. He's got really small hands though. Wow. Look at his stubby little fingers. No piano playing for you.
No kings, no Bezos. Look.
Oh, did somebody see? This is just okay.
That
See, like you just diluted the whole no kings brand with Trump, my friends. That was a mistake because Bezos is not trying to be the king. Trump is, and the no kings.
Well, the problem was that he was coming to the city and he rented out the whole city to be his.
He's got the
with
money
his power and his money. The truth is, he didn't. He just rented 3 venues and a hotel, a couple of hotels. Big fucking.
We fuck up a lot, you know that, right? The left fuck up a lot.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of misdirected shit. I'm totally a part of it.
Anyway, this is the side entrance to the back. The side.
I'm just not a fucking commie like you.
Of San Giorgio going into the garden. So they didn't even go on the other
They
side.
didn't even go.
Yeah, these are the cops.
Like, what is this?
Look at the cops on there. I've seen these guys around when there's the G7 and the G20.
Yeah,
these are the cops on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's very cool. I'm gonna take a ride on that shit.
I can't believe you're into this, dude. That's the best moment of his life there. His wife is seeing this photo going, ma porca puttana, hai preso questa troia.
I like him big, bold, and hairy, Ben. That's my story.
Yeah.
That's my story.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like any of those pretty things. Like Jared Leto. It's a girl.
That's a girl, yeah. So
She's a very pretty lady.
She's a beautiful lady.
You're a nice lady.
That's in the piazza. That was in the piazza.
If you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax. Yeah, well,
massive.
Like, why does it care to it? Why do Italians care about how much American tax he pays? You know what I mean? This is misguided stuff. Do something.
That's a very good point. Yeah,
it makes no sense.
That's actually a very good point. Like, yeah, mind your own business.
Mind your own fucking business, because it has nothing to do with you. If you're mad about what he's doing to your town in Italy, in Venice, in the Veneto, all that stuff, then succinctly tailor your statements to what's happening because of that. What do you care about that? It makes no sense to me. Who are these people? Oh, who are they? I don't know who that. That's Leo 20 years ago.
No, that's Leo now with the current girlfriend.
Oh, is it?
She's a stick insect.
Oh, he's nowhere near as bloated as I thought he was. Okay.
Listen,
I mean,
I was saying to the audience when you went to get your drink that, you know, what if she's 20, whatever she is,
she's young.
She could date a 20-year-old, sure, but he'll be sleeping on his friend's couch, no career, no nothing. Instead, she's in Venice at the Gritti, you know, and she has to fuck the 50-year-old instead of the 20-year-old, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would
just if you want me to be like a brush about it. This woman must lift so many weights. Her arms are bigger than mine.
Let me ask you a question, though, and I mean this in all sincerity. I'm not trying to be a douche.
Does she have like 4,000 teeth? How many teeth can be
like?
In a
there's
person's
nothing
head?
about this woman's face, including her hairline, is too low. Like, she looks like Teresa from the Real Housewives in New Jersey. She's got like only like.
She definitely has a Real Housewives look. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Real Housewives. But does he look?
But listen,
at her?
man, she does things to that guy.
But does that? But okay,
you know?
Rewind. So okay, so maybe she's got unbelievable talents in that particular milieu.
Right.
But does it matter?
We don't know how perverse he is. Maybe she's strapped on a dildo or something. She does terrible things to him.
Does it,
you know
like,
what I mean?
for example, because I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to, and I'm not attracted to anything else. And it doesn't matter how good a cheerleader you are, or if you're good at glass blowing, or if you're a great cook. None of those things would matter. I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to. As a straight man, if you found a girl that looked super artificial, like a blow-up doll like that, but she was good at those things, you'd be like, sure, why not? I'll marry you. Or because she does, and I don't mean this, I'm not trying to be mean in any way, but like that cheek implant thing is so unattractive, man.
There's some old hands right there. Look at those hands.
Yeah, she's looking Madonna plastic surgery.
And
like
one thing that fascinates me are these lines down by the side boob, and the arms are super cut.
Yeah,
This girl lives in the gym. She lives in the gym. I've no doubt about it. There's the a man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great place. That's where I got shit faced on fucking Japanese whiskey that night.
Yeah, which is never a good idea.
And cigars.
The Japanese have secrets.
Here's the interesting thing about the Amman. First of all, they're not on booking or anything. You can't. There's Amman are not part of hotel world at all. They're separate. But here's the interesting thing: the Amman Hotel does not own this building. It's owned still by the family, and the family live up there on the top floor. That's where they live. They still live up there. This is the top floor that the public can go. People who are staying in the suites can go to. They can't go up there to the little windows where the family lives, which is super fucking cool. There's the most amazing bar in there.
I want that job. I want to own the palazzo that the Amman uses.
So here's my question: how much is the rent?
Oh,
how much do they pay that family? You know,
I think the average suite at the Amman starts at like $5,000 to $12,000. I saw, because there's very few rooms in that place.
So my mate who was at the Amman, who I met that time, and we got drunk there, blah 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 blah. I told the whole story. I reached out to him the other day and I said, "Oh, it looks like Bezos is staying at your favorite hotel. Maybe he's in the same suite." And he was invited. He was invited because he is good friends with one of her friends. And he couldn't come because he's busy with business. I was like, Jesus, you could have come and brought your friend, you know, just fucking find the time and also get a +1 for your Irish scruffy friend. I'll put on my best clothes just to get invited and fucking film it.
Maybe you have a chance here because Eddie says, "What a cook."
What a cook.
You know? So whatever kind of room that is not a room I would want to stay in. Look at that. That looks like Heidi, Hi-do, Hi-da. That's not my
cup of tea. It's a bit stuffy.
That's
them at the Gritty probably having. Yeah, that's at the Gritty. That's out on the terrace.
Rose. Look at that.
And that's on the terrace as well.
That's at the Riva Lounge.
Yeah.
But look at them. They can't stop it with the boob. Oh, don't say Lady Gaga's there. Is Lady Gaga there? Please don't say that.
Lady Gaga arrived today, I believe.
She's staying at the shipyard. She's going to Jeff Bezos' wedding. Oh, Gaga. You know, I like her to be more counterculture than that.
That photo isn't real.
That's photo is fake as fuck.
Yeah, that's from the wrong side.
It's totally wrong.
That picture there, okay, is from San Giorgio. Yeah. And if this is pictures from the hotel, then that's not real.
Yeah, it's not
they
real.
Montage that.
Well, that's what they do all the time.
Don't fuck with me and my Venice, man.
I'm gonna
show me like a half a corner. Okay, you can show me like a half a corner of a building, and I'll tell you. In 90% of the cases, I'll tell you exactly what we're looking at. After a while, what have I been here 5 years? You just get to know all the angles, you know. This is the back of it's Nanny, yeah. Lovely. I don't know, breakfast out there every day, every morning. There's a room. I'll leave that one for when Dirk gets back and see if he likes that or if it's too stuffy. There is a thing about stuffy Venice. You know, these chairs that you don't want to sit on because they might actually crumble under your weight, you know. They're just ornaments, you know. There's a lot of that in Venice, unfortunately. Be curious to see if he likes it. He's gone to the bathroom now because he's drinking. I don't know if I like her as much in these photos. See what I'm talking about, guys? This is like Arnold Schwarzenegger arms going on. Those angles there are a little creepy to me. I mean, she's in great shape. Look at that crazy dress. That's wild. It's like a painting. Will this be her last wedding? Who fucking knows? What watch is this guy wearing? Looks solid gold, whatever it is. Hope he wore a gold watch on his wedding day. Let me find that photo again. There you go. I just want to see what Dirk thinks of her. Who's in the chat? Oh, yeah. The prices are insane. Oh, of the Amman Hotel, they're nuts. My buddy was in Suite A, I think, that time when I met him. My favorite question, I was like, well, what time is your flight tomorrow? He goes, I don't know, whenever. So what do you mean whenever? He had his own fucking plane, you know. Of course he did. Dirk, check out this room. What do you think of that? Is that too stuffy? Stuffy and old looking? I can't hear you.
I would totally stay there.
You like that?
Oh yeah, that's Venetian. That's classy Venetian. That's upscale Venetian. Yeah, that's
Right.
the Nani. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, this is Facebook. Jesus.
Oh, okay, well, hey,
oh, there they are. I did not know Kendall was here. Oh, sorry, but she's so fucking beautiful. Fucking Facebook. Fuck off. Never mind Facebook.
But she's, she's new, so she's gonna figure out her route in life. Yeah, she's gonna dump him, move on to a much richer guy. I don't know, what was DiCaprio worth? 100, 200 million.
Yeah,
probably. She needs a Spielberg.
Right.
He needs to dump that fossil Kate Capshaw and hook up one of these broads. The schoolgirl doesn't do it for you, Kinetic. Yeah. Leo has to have STDs. These are some great comments. I love this. Eddie says the Kardashians. Okay, this is the statement of the century. The Kardashians are the most irrelevant people in the world. They are utterly irrelevant. But for some reason,
yet here we are. Like Jeff Bezos said today, I liked his quote. They were asking him, like, what's your favorite thing in Venice? And he goes, it's an impossible city. It shouldn't exist. And yet here we are. Look, this is what DiCaprio does. It's kind of annoying. Let me find the photo. Oh, I clicked on it. There it is. It's kind of annoying, this thing that he does with this cap, like reefed over his fucking face.
If you don't like being a pop star, stop being one.
Right.
Johnny Lydon. It's the greatest quote of all time.
He's been drinking as well. You can see that.
Neve says, Eddie, you're on fire tonight. Eddie's always on fucking fire.
Eddie's great.
He's got to have STDs. Correct. Market Brooklyn. It's a global economy. Why do socialists always have to explain capitalism to capitalists?
I hope we're getting Neve through her illness.
Her medicine for her illness. I hope we're in a
she can abuse the neocons in the audience a bit, get it out of her system.
Oh, how cool is this? She's a pilot. The only thing I like about her is that she's a pilot. She used to be my local morning news talking head. Is that right?
What's her name? Lauren Sanchez?
Is that what you're talking about, Tobe? Wow.
This was yesterday.
That's Tom Brady. Look at the classic white shirt with the covered placket. Nice. Great cuffs. 3/4 cuff. Perfect.
Yeah,
Creamy
very nice.
jacket. Yeah, he's styling. Like
Can't see the watch, unfortunately, but I'm sure it's sick.
Oof, that's
just. I don't know why.
Look at that. Go back to that prostitute. Like that. You saw that on the street. Look at the size of her rump. Jesus.
Stupid rump.
And like the tiny little boobs. She's like, oh God. I mean, if you saw her on the street, you'd be like, Quanto costa? Signorina. Look at them. They just look like a pack of whores.
They're Instagram bitches. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's awful.
This pair have a bit more class. This is the younger generation Kardashian. Maybe I'm just saying this because I'm so in love with Kendall. Wow. But that's a nice, beautiful summer dress there. Flowery summer dress.
She's got an eating disorder.
She doesn't eat food. Are you kidding me?
Food. Corey Gamble and Chris.
I have to say one thing, and this is coming from an alcoholic, right? When they were coming out of the gritty today, those with a glass in their hand looked a bit trashy. Don't carry the glass out with you in your hand. Just hand it to someone. Look.
Hey, everybody.
It's
Girls Gone Wild.
They'll refill your drink in the taxi. You don't need to carry your fucking drink. What are you at a club?
Can I just say something?
And this is Kris Jenner's. He has probably, it looks like a Lagavulin or something in there. Don't carry it out. They have drinks inside these taxis. They have a full bar.
Can I just say the following? We've never had drinks on the taxis. I've never done that.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with you guys.
Well, next time you come, I'll make sure that's all taken care of. This is how she arrived. This is how Kim Kardashian arrived off the plane. This is how she came down. She's at the airport there, coming down to her, to her taxi.
What?
Like that.
Her trollop. Look at that. Was that her own brand of? No, it's Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
Yeah. Jesus.
There's
this
Tom
is
Brady
fun. I feel like we're doing Watch Fashion, please, but a little buzzed.
Yeah, good. Who's this? I don't know. I saw a few old lads with very young, skinny women. And I thought, ugh. There's Ivanka, looking good.
She looks great.
And here's he must be very tall. She's very tall.
Yeah, she's walking around with Satan.
You know who that is? Diane.
Diane von Furstenberg. Yeah. Where's her
boat? Her boat's not here.
Her husband's getting. He's in mess today at the gay massage parlor.
Right.
I don't know who this is. Who is this? Corey Gamble. Now, why is he famous? Corey Gamble? Is he a big sports guy?
I don't know.
I think basketball's lost on me. Joe LaFaro says her own signature brand of trollop wear.
Trollop wear. I want to know what you think of this dress. This is what she wore. This is what Lauren wore yesterday to that. God, I hate this fucking. Oh shit! Fucking windows, man. So annoying. Can't even see it very well now. Do you see the dress that Lauren Sanchez?
No, I'm not seeing anything. What are you showing me?
Can you see what I'm showing you?
Oh, that thing. She looks like she looks like a Hummel figurine. That looks like, you don't
like this dress?
Why would anybody like that dress? It looks like 3 lampshades and some fucking gaffer's tape. The fuck is that?
3 lampshades and some gaffer's tape?
What is that? First of all, she's got a corset on that is strangling her to death. And then she's got the giant lampshade on the top. And it's got that kind of English wallpaper vibe to it. It's hideous.
That's true.
It's hideous. She looks like Hummel.
Oh my God, this would have been a great Watch Fashion Police episode. 3 lampshades.
She looks like 3 lampshades in the truth.
In the truth.
Hideous.
Man.
That's horrible.
Let me see if I can find.
Kinetic says, "I love your Irish turn of phrase in the New York accent." What did I say?
Yeah, he mixes a lot. That's true.
I do. I use a lot of Irish terminology. Yeah.
Bill Gates.
I do.
Let's see if I can get a shot of Bill Gates. He looks so he's just looking really just normal.
He went to Banana Republic, right?
Yeah,
and he
he's
got
just
some stuff. And
normal.
it's just Bill Gates.
It's just Bill Gates. He's worth nearly as much as Bezos.
Listen, those guys are all right here. They're all teetering. They all Elon Musk is done being the richest guy in the world. I think that's gonna never.
Yeah, well, he lost like 150 billion in the past while. We all know that. We're not going to forget what that fucking dude was up to. He's done.
Fucking Bezos is jacked like a mother. Holy crap!
And he's lifting. Maybe she brings him to the gym because she's clearly a gym rat.
Sweeney.
Well, there's DiCaprio's girl.
I mean, Jesus.
What a photo!
I mean, that's whoever shot that photo got the big bucks.
Wow, he got the big bucks.
What is that big magazine?
Vanity Fair used it.
Oh, Vanity
What
Fair.
a photo! Does this girl have any bad angles?
I don't know. Pat says, Dirk, yeah, the proof the nose ring theory is true. Can you tell me what the nose ring theory is? I don't know what that means.
Don't say anything about my daughter's a nose ring.
No. I don't know the nose ring theory. I don't know what that means.
Hey, we got to watch. Finally. What is that?
What is what?
Black. A watch.
Oh.
I mean, what is
that Orlando Bloom?
Are you staring at the computer? You know you're on a live stream right now with your friend in Venice.
I know. I'm looking, but I didn't know. You weren't.
I said we got to watch. What is that? What is the watch?
I can't tell. Can you? Is that Orlando Bloom?
It's Orlando Bloom.
All right.
He came solo. I'm just trying. We
Has
haven't
he not
seen
a
any
woman
gorgeous watches yet.
No gorgeous.
He
So
didn't
that's
come with a woman. He was with Katy Perry, but they're done.
Oh.
There's famous photos of them in Venice because they love Venice together. This is his first time back, I think. I don't know what that is, but it looks great. I don't know. It's kind of looks like tool watchy.
A super duper bang. He's always beautifully dressed. I would never imagine him wearing a watch that's not perfect for that. To me, that looks like it might be one of those anodized, or I don't know how AP does
PVD tool watch, IWC or something.
Oh, but doesn't like the white ceramic AP, does that come in black as well?
Yeah, but that's not an AP.
I can't tell from this picture though. It's so small. I'm older than you. I'm kind of blind.
Who's this girl? I saw her around a lot. Ely Golding.
Oh, she's a big pop star in England.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She used to be chubby. Now look at her. She's Ozempic'd out. Oh,
she's Ozempic'd.
Yeah.
These are good photos.
These are great. Who is this?
This is just a family going by, maybe. Look at their spritz.
Look, normal people.
Normal people again, finally. There's Bill Gates. He finally put on something nice.
Oh, God. I didn't even recognize him. Jesus.
Bill
Where is he?
Gates?
He's staying at the Amman, though. That looks like the Amman.
That's not the Amman. That's wherever that is. That's where Ivanka is. I was trying to figure out where it is too.
I'm looking at that grading here. See the grading on the lower right?
No, but it's not, because the Amman has a big marquee curtain over the entrance for privacy.
Aha.
I just passed it the other day. Did you watch my stream yesterday?
I did.
I passed by it on the Bateo, and this doesn't have it, but this is not the gritty. So it's another place, and that's where Ivanka went as well. The same entrance.
So it's some kind of private hotel that you and I don't know about?
That's probably.
Shouldn't we know?
Is it the Regis? Maybe it's the Regis. Maybe it is. I'll go out tomorrow and compare.
Yeah,
because the Regis is fucking. You can throw a stone at the Regis from here.
Where's Stedman, by the way?
Stedman?
Where's Stedman? Oprah's longtime non-husband.
He's probably around in the
with
background.
him for 35 years.
Okay, this is a very deceiving photo because Usher I've met.
Yeah, he's 5'8",
and he's less than 5'8".
Oh, is he?
He's 5'5" easily, and Tom Brady's easily a foot taller.
Tom Brady is at least 6'3".
So that's a deceiving photo.
But I want to just say,
he's sitting and he's standing.
Yes, sir.
Nice, yeah.
Beautiful. Fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, he looks sharp. Very, very sharp.
Plaid. Oof, looking amazing.
Oh, the tie is blue. It's not black. Look.
That's okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Maybe
a little bit of
thing
color
is just a dark blue and it just looked black.
I'm not a big fan of the tie stays like that. They're a little weird.
That's
Who is it? Oh, that's Ellie Goulding again. Who's the girl on the left? She's beautiful.
That's her friend. A lot of the girls brought a friend. It's a great thing. Beautiful. You know? They're your wingman.
Yeah.
When shit gets rough. Look at this Italiano. Classico Italiano. Guardalo. Con gli occhiali, Dio can. Guarda che roba. She was classic.
Is that Dialetto di Venezia?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just
it's like that was totally dialect. I was like, I got half of that.
Okay. Actually, I said occhiali instead of occhiai.
Oh yeah, occhiali.
And I said guardalo. I didn't say vardolo. Vardolo con gli occhiai di occhianges.
This guy, by the way, that guy is in every picture.
Yeah, because he's one of the security.
He's one of the big ones.
I'm just saying he's the most Italian-looking dude I've ever seen. Look how much he labored over every follicle of hair.
The most beautiful man in the history of men was Italian, and he's still alive. His name is Franco Nero, and he's still Franco. But he is. We watched the movie the other night.
Black there. Oh,
yeah, but listen, it's a camera lens.
He's got an aquanaut or something on. That looks like an aquanaut. He's a big watch guy
ever, though.
And these two ladies were out there greeting everyone. Look with their Hermes scarves.
Well, it's very Italian, isn't it? They love their.
They were so proud of those scarves. Yeah. This is the way he came out. Look at him. How do you?
He's weird. He's weird.
He's weird. It's just weird.
Listen, Patricia.
They're Instagramming like a pair of 16.
Yeah, like how old are you? You fucking old horse. Patricia Teague, Paul went on the Oprah cruise many years ago when she closed her company down. Oprah and Gail, it's Oprah and Gail, and they're not lesbians. It's not a thing, but they are the as thick as thieves can possibly be. Men come, men go. It will always be Oprah with Gail. They are an impenetrable friendship, and that's beautiful.
After this whole photo shoot here, this woman is going to start getting bigger jobs now.
Oh yeah, she's done. She's on next level, but she is flatter than a 12-year-old boy.
She's completely flat.
Nothing going on.
There's nothing now.
Oh, maybe she's not a biological woman.
You think DiCaprio is going to? Well, maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
You see, Ivanka's at the same place. I think she's at the Regis.
Wow, she's got some big hips there. Okay.
Yeah, she's filled out a little.
See, St. Regis, Venice. I have to know now. I feel like I've looked at the Europa Regina so many millions of times, and I feel like
there's a couple of exits that go out onto the canal. So just if it doesn't look like it, just scan through them.
It doesn't so far.
I like this woman here with her black Submariner on. How fucking cool is she? Look at this dude in the back. He's almost identical to that other dude. Look. Same.
Yeah, it's all these
same guy, like same cut. Look at him.
Yeah, they all
He's tanning all year. He's working out. He's cool as a cucumber. Who's this? John Elkin and Lavinia Barremo.
These are Euro
male. Euro male. Yeah, this is Euro
rich.
Yeah, Euro rich. Yeah,
we don't know. They have a place in
the grandfather. Sold tanks to the Nazis. Yeah.
They're all Austrian Nazi money.
Yeah, exactly. This is around the corner from McGaff.
Jesus.
Look at that mess. That's why I didn't go downstairs. Yeah. So I was like, I'm watching on TV. I don't care. I'm not fucking going down to stand. There's that watch again. I want to know what that is. Here she is again. Yeah, she's flat as hell. There's nothing to grab there. But she is a stoic beauty.
Man. See, like all of this popeism, queen kingism, this like waving to it's just so odd. Like, I understand if you're a pope or a queen or a king
Yeah,
or
it's
a
like,
movie
hi
star,
everyone. Yes, I'm rich.
but that's
Hi,
all you
I'm
are is
rich.
rich.
That's all. Yeah,
There's
there was
no
no
reason
notoriety.
for you to wave to the
Yeah,
people.
he's never done anything other than be
No.
rich.
Why
Yes,
are you
hi.
waving to people? The royal wave, which is this thing. They just
Can
do
you
that.
believe Kardashian? Look at her.
I mean, she just
You're
trollops
16 years old.
with
That's
your hair
exactly the pose a
extensions and your.
16-year-old does.
Ugh.
All right, back to Bill.
Bill, wow, he got old, huh? Wow. He's got the jowls hanging now.
Yeah, he's
Now's
an
the
old
time to grow a
Yoda.
beard.
He's entering the Yoda
Yeah.
period. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look at him, he's constantly waving at the crowd. Like, oof.
That's my favorite look of hers.
Yeah, but she looks like Skeletor in that outfit.
She looks 80 there.
She looks 80. She looks like, oh my God, they finally got a picture of Garbo in Paris.
Nice jacket though. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I mean, it's beautiful. It's very Chanel. Beautiful darting.
Isn't it?
Beautifully cut. Yeah, it's beautiful. Listen, when you don't eat and you have tons of people.
Is that the fat ring he gave her that cost 40 million or whatever?
Oh, is that what it was? 40 million?
He got her some crazy ass fucking ring. Look at that's like 25 carats. Look how many carats that is. That's huge.
Let me see the watches.
That's my favorite look of hers. And that's her arriving this evening. That's the back of San Giorgio.
Wow.
Across on the Cipriani.
He is wearing what the fuck is that thing? It is shit. I'm looking up his watch right now.
Orlando?
Yeah. It's this thing. It's definitely this. So tell me what this is. Sorry. Listen, it's a great outfit, but it makes her look really, really elderly. Listen, you have to be very careful with plastic surgery. What watch is this thing? Would you say that's it?
That's it.
Yeah. What is that?
What is it?
To know.
Is it Zin?
Oh, it's a Porsche.
Oh, it's Porsche design. Oh,
it's a Porsche design watch. I'm a little disappointed in you, Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
By the way, the best bag I ever owned in my entire life. You know how I wear man bags. I'm a satchel guy. I'm a big man bag guy. The Porsche design bag I had was the greatest bag I've ever had in my entire life.
Hey, there's a stylish couple who got married.
Yeah, but they're not there.
They're not there. No, they're not here.
He's up in Lake Como in Lalio, where
she might get deported because of new laws. Yeah,
that's amazing.
I'm like, fuck it. Just go
she should get deported because she's a fucking commie.
She's a commie.
She's a commie.
I don't know what we're into now, but anyway,
it's good stuff.
Interesting, yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, I don't get her, man. I don't know why.
She's here as well. I saw her earlier. Yeah,
I don't know why everybody's obsessed with her. I'm like, she's a weird body.
She's a little fresh. I remember you describing Scarlett Johansson
as a right piece.
Your descriptions of Scarlett Johansson that you always say. You can apply those to Sydney Sweeney for us red-blooded males. It's the same thing. She's like an apple. She's like a fresh apple. And she's busty. She's a little thing, but she's busty.
She's busty in a pink kind of way, though. It's kind of not like it's kind of like chesty, yet not full bosomy.
No, she's full.
Is she very short? Is that what it is?
She's a short girl, yeah.
I mean,
but
Scarlett Johansson, when I call her a right piece of fruit,
C cups, on her little tiny figure, and she's not ashamed to show them, and all the fellas go nuts. $30 million USD ring, Sharon says. It was $30 million. Well, of course it's going to be. If you're going to do it, do it, right?
I'm going to take back everything I just fucking said.
Look how tanned I am. I'm very tanned.
You're very tanned. I'm going to take back
happy
everything.
With my new, I've been working out. I've been doing these lifts. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's it.
All right, no. She looks great.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's like a little
Jesus
fresh
Christ.
apple.
She's
Yeah.
a fresh apple.
Yeah.
Jeez, what the fuck is that? Jesus, she's gorgeous. Now these are all low res shots. What's wrong with
Well, you're zooming in on the thumbnail. You're not zooming in on the photo.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's really proud of it, and she doesn't hold back. So it's part of her allure. Anyway, I'm doing these tricep lifts, and I'm delighted with them.
Yeah, no, it's working out good for you.
Yeah, it's working out nice. The arms are back. Arms are back, baby. That fucking tricep coming in. Happy with that.
And you have the weights in your house?
Yeah, I've got the weights in the house, and everything's growing again. But I'm not I'm doing overheads, but I'm also doing those. And they're just doing pure bicep or tricep, and it's great. I was actually had a lot of pain the other day from it.
Oh,
and it worked like parts of my tricep that weren't being worked before, and it feels good, baby. I got this watch in the mail the other day, and I'm going to do a video on it. Let me ask you what you think. Look how sexy this little fucker is.
I can't see it really. It's very in the shadows. It's a moon phase. I can see that. It's got 2 register. Can you get closer to the camera?
It's a chronograph with moon phase.
Right. But what is it?
It's Chinese.
Oh, it's that brand.
It's that brand.
That's got a seagull in it.
Yeah, Seagull. Seagull's the red star, but it's their new one. Remember the green one I had at Christmas that sold out?
Oh yeah, that's a great looking watch.
And it has a vertical clutch column wheel.
Wow, look at that.
Vertical
you have an clutch. Omega deployant on the back of that thing, though.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I put on a different strap, a darker one. It came with this, which is actually quite nice.
Yeah,
it came with that. It was quite nice. But then in the middle of my show, I put it on this to see what everybody thought. It looks great. Fun.
Can we take a look at the case back, please? Because you said it's got vertical clutch.
Yeah, and it's column wheel.
Obviously, look at that thing. God, that's very 321 looking, huh?
Isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
It's very 321.
Wow, that's extremely That's very Lamania. Wow, that's obviously.
No, I don't have the. Well, it's a 1961 movement designs, historic. I don't have the retail price on it yet because it's not released yet, and they're sending me the info on Tuesday. They said, and then I have to prepare the video, and then it's going to get launched. And I have to put the video at the same time. Limited to 1,500 pieces, but this thing, dude, I'm going to guess it's going to be like $500.
Wow.
But
Sharon's like, look at those guns, baby.
Okay, Sharon likes the guns. There they are. They're there. Shit, that comes out like that with me, man, with my history.
Well, muscle memory, because you used to be a bodybuilder back in the day.
Yeah.
Scarlett is 100%. She definitely is. Yeah, that's a beautiful watch. That watch looks great. And it's from China.
It's from China.
It's from China. How great. We have some great watches. People are talking about them. It's the best watch ever. It's also from China.
It's like a watch you've never seen before.
Nobody's ever seen a watch like this.
Nobody's ever seen a watch quite. Yeah, it's fabulous.
I want to buy one of those Trump guitars.
Tremendous.
I want to buy a Trump Les Paul and do a video on how great it is. Those came and went super duper crazy fast. Unbelievable. Guys, I think that's the show. Thanks so much, everybody. We had a great time tonight. Thanks for all the fun and cocktails. We had politics. We had Jeff Bezos. We had Lauren Sanchez. We had all the gang. It was very, very fun tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks to the super chatters. We had Jim Lassick, Andrew Wolkowicz, Sharon. We had incomparable JHB and Eddie with the big bucks. Born to lose. Joe LaFaro. Born to lose again. Thank you so much. Paz, thanks so much for that kind of money. Sharon, $6.99. Paz, thanks again. Yeah, proof the nose ring theory is true. I have to look up what that is. I don't know what that means at all. And Joe LaFar, sorry, I didn't see that one. 3 lampshades and gaffer's tape. That's what it looks like.
That was my favorite quote of the evening.
Oh, was it? It looks like
because I thought you might like that dress for some reason because I don't know.
No.
I don't understand your sensibility. And
no.
And I waited till you came back and you sat down and you went, it looks like 3 lampshades.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I like classic silhouettes. I like real dressmaking, real couture.
I wish Michaela was on the show as well.
She would say the same thing.
Hammer away.
She would hate that shit.
By the way, I showed this on the show tonight.
Ah, I'm wearing it right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Put more on. I put it on earlier. It's so lovely and fresh.
It's so fresh.
And
I've said this 1,000 times.
And I love the little
bow on there.
Hold
on, stay put, don't move.
Yeah.
We'll do it together.
Penthaligon's Quercus. Ugh, for the summer in this heat, this is just delicious, man. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, baby.
Same exact one, I think.
Oh yeah.
How many mils is that?
3.4.
I don't know what it doesn't say on this.
It says it right on the front of the box. The back of the box.
Back of the box, I don't see anything blank.
No, on the back of the bottom, the podium.
On the podium on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Shit. Where am I reading here? I don't see this information. Am I stupid?
Look, it should be on the back of the podium. No, not on the.
Oh, the back of the podium. Oh, I see. It's 100 milliliters, 3.4.
Yeah, it's the exact same
one.
It's got my little bow.
So where am I? I just sprayed here.
That's what I do.
On the side. So where do I have to do now?
This is what I do. Ready? It's my 2 things. I do that twice. Then right in my hands.
Oh, okay. Let me try that.
Right there.
And then your hands, then
face, neck,
and
then wrist.
Oh,
so fresh and delicious. Oh, is it the most gorgeous thing ever?
It's like the best thing I bought in ages. And I've been
It
spraying the hell out of myself, and there's still loads left. I've barely banged it at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm delighted. I had a huge conversation with the lovely ladies in there. Yeah. And I also bought this because they were spraying everything for me. Mm-hmm. And I said, what's that? And they're like, this.
Is that Blue Mediterraneo?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Blue Mediterraneo Baco di Parma. Sure, I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, when it comes to the Neroli fragrances, there's a very big line. And Tom Ford had the lead with the Neroli Portofino. Acqua di Parma took a long time to diversify their portfolio. They came out with Colonia, then they slowly started coming out with that stuff. That's one of the greatest, in my humble opinion, because I'm a 4711 fanatic, and that's a Neroli also. This is the greatest of the Neroli fragrances. Mandarin orange, Neroli, lemon, bergamot. This is the fresh one. But close second to me is Blue Mediterraneo by Acqua di Parma.
Really?
100%.
There you go. And I didn't know.
Gorgeous.
It was a blind. But the Venice stuff, which is the next bottle I want to get, but it's way more. It's 500.
Yeah. Last time we were in the
limited edition shit that's only out of Venice that you can only get here. But they said a thing I'm learning, right? They said that, but that's not an eau de toilette or
it's eau de cologne. Yeah.
It's a extract.
Oh, it's an extract. Oh, that's the problem with
apparently an extract is like way more money. What's the difference? I don't understand.
Well, the full fragrance used to be parfum. That was the ultimate. Then it was eau de parfum. Then there was toilette, eau de toilette. There was all these different levels. But now they're doing extract, which is a super concentrate of the parfum. That is like they were looking for the next level of exclusiveness.
I
And
see.
that's where the extracts come from. That's kind of, well, several houses like Joy by Jean Patou and all the classic, some of the fragrances from Paris had those limitedly. Now it's back in a big way because people like everybody in Venice right now has more money than God, and they're looking for those kinds of things. So they don't want Quercus, they want the extract.
So you know what freaked me out as well? They were like, there's different. I was like, what are all the different ones? And they gave me a spray of the Zafferano, which is saffron. And I was like, oh my God, that's incredible. And they're like, yeah, this is $500. And they said there's one for each Sestiere in Venice. And I was like, oh, don't say that to me now. I want them all. And I said, what's the Dorso Duro one? And they went, this one. I was like, oh God, now I'm gonna get obsessed. Now I want the full collection. And it has this like glass skull in the bottle.
Oh God.
And it's all Murano glass.
Sure.
But they gave me samples. I walked away with samples.
They should.
The Dorso Duro and the Zafferano and everything, the Santa Croce, the San Polo, everything. So I have all samples. And
are they good? Do you like them?
Oh, they're extraordinary. It's extraordinary. I've never been kind of hit by something like that in the fragrance area. But I had already kind of committed to these, and this when there was $300 between the two of these, and I was very happy because these are so summery and fresh, you know.
So summery, so they're so Lido, man. It's the ultimate Lido expression. Jocelyn Bittenbender, Quercus for the win. That's right, baby.
It's great.
I was 20 years away from Quercus. I wore this 20 years ago, and I stopped wearing it because Saks stopped selling it, and I switched to something else.
Oh,
and then I mentioned it on the show, and then she got involved. Amazing stuff.
But she got it really cheap somehow, right?
She said she got a deal, and I don't know how that's possible. She said she got.
This is 150 here.
Yeah, well,
150, 160, whatever.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
about right.
Yeah.
Joe LaFar recently got Blue Mediterraneo. Yeah, Bergamotto.
I like it.
It's bergamot. Bergamot is the gin and tonic component of fragrance. So whenever you smell bergamot, that's like Oisin said to me when he first got it.
That's what hit
like
me.
A gin and tonic.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need to smell like more booze. Thank you very much. But then it fades and then it changes.
And then all the great stuff happens. Yeah, it's magical shit.
So up until now, so I've been wearing the Penhaligons kind of all the time because it's kind of general, kind of fresh.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And then was it yesterday or whatever? If I'm getting dressed up a little, then I'll put on this because it's a bit more slightly more intense and
it's way more intense, and it's got a crazier dry down. It's got a louder dry down. Later on, your vicinity will be louder. Whereas with Quercus, it settles in. That will amplify after about an hour and a half. So people close to you they'll be like, "Oh, hello." They'll smell it.
I see.
Yeah, and it doesn't dry down to powder, which is really great because so many do.
Oh, I see.
So many do. Yeah, Carlos Maggi says 140 pounds. That's a lot of money, man.
That's like 180 in euros easily. It's $200.
Yeah, that's just absolutely nuts for that kind of thing. You know, Carlos Vaughn wants to know basil and lemon scent. No, not really. It's more of a citrus. White floral, aromatic green. It's got a little bit of woody,
Penhaligons?
Yeah, it's more of a bergamot and fresh Neroli Portofino kind of vibe. You'll find oak moss, musk, galbanum, sandalwood, amber, Amalfi lemons, bergamot, mandarin orange, middle notes of lily of the valley. That's in there.
At the very beginning of my stupid, palate, whatever, nose. It smelled like a very expensive gin and tonic in a very high class restaurant, and then it just kind of began to change. And I love it; it's great. Hey, man, it's the ultimate touch when you put on something decent to wear. You put on a watch, and you give yourself a spray just before you walk out the door. You feel like $1,000,000, man. It's great.
Totally.
I love it.
Quercus is one of the classic chypres, and the chypres are, famous for their older fragrances that are woody, earthy, and have citrus notes, often with a mossy base, lots of contrast, very sophisticated, very elegant. So this is, look, whenever you'll see lots of different categories for fragrances, especially in men's fragrances, and the chypre this is the classic. So if you want to smell fresh, summery, wear this up until September and then put it away for the spring.
Yeah, then put it away.
Yeah. And then, we could talk about the rest later on.
Right. Yeah. And I'll wind up getting those Venetian things.
Or go ahead and get yourself a bottle of Acqua di Parma Oud. I wore that for years, and you always said, wow, you smell good whenever I wore it. I wore Acqua di Parma Oud for years.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get M7 anymore.
Right.
And now I've got 2 giant bottles of M7, so that's not happening anytime soon.
Nice.
I can't wait to wear that. I can't wait, but it's great. I'm so happy that you love the
yeah, man, I love it.
Greatest. I can't say enough about Penhaligon's, guys. We are not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form, but look at this beautiful monster. It's gorgeous. It's one of the most delicious
Rolex
fragrances in the world. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm wearing Rolex too.
Nice.
Friday night I wear Rolex, man.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. What are you wearing tonight?
Well, I've switched around a lot of things, but I'm wearing that Chinese thing right now, and it's pretty.
It's
I
pretty.
have it on the.
Well, you're wearing that because you're a fucking communist.
I'm a commie now. Yeah,
you're a commie. That's why you're a pinko.
Have you ever? Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Not directly.
It's no, of course not. It's very pretty though. It's got a moon phase and a red.
I mean that movement looks straight out of La Mania.
Yeah, yeah,
it really does. It really, really, truly does. Anyway,
okay,
guys,
man.
Thanks so much. Yeah, what a great show. Thanks everybody for all your stuff. Thanks, Ush. I hope you guys all had a great time. I'll be back on Sunday for Sunday Mass and back on Tuesday for Speedy Tuesday. What's next in the Sheen O'Malley channel?
Well, I know people are probably going to want to see some of the madness tomorrow with Bezos, but I'm not going to do it. I'm kind of done with it. And I'm going to go to dinner out in Burano. I'm on the island of Burano tomorrow for dinner. That's their best restaurant out there, very famous restaurant.
I had dinner on Burano one day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the Gatonero, is it?
Oh, shit, it was La Gatonero. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. We ate at La Gatonero on Burano, right? That was what it was called. Yes. Wow, we went there for lunch.
Lunch is great at Gatonero.
Yes.
Oh
wow.
But what's next?
I didn't know that was famous.
I'll do this video. I'm doing who else is some other brand? And I'm re-releasing a lot of the old classics, the big videos like Trieste and Trieste and Cortina and all of that. I'm re-releasing them in 4K.
Nice. On your new thing, on your new channel, or
no, on the same channel. Just
okay.
Because when I released Cortina, I had 14,000 subs.
Maybe.
It's been a while, and there's a lot of
people will love that.
And then a lot of people haven't seen those great old videos.
That was for the Seiko, right?
It's for Seiko.
Yeah. No, they'll totally. Listen, a lot of people who join the show don't know about the stuff you did. They don't go backwards.
They don't go backwards.
Right? Yeah. It's a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah. All right, man.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget to sub to Michaela Deschation's incredible show. She's our partner in crime when we do the watch fashion police. You guys should know about her.
She just did a very funny video about, watches she would buy for someone she doesn't like. That's very sassy.
She's sassy, funny, beautiful, and smart. Watch her because we love her very much. Thanks, guys. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, don't give them any rope. You know why? Because they don't fucking deserve it. Because you know what? If they're not nice, what are they? They're just a what? They're just a... God, Oisin, you do it.
You do it. I can't do it.
They're just a... God, you do it. No, do... Louder. Come on, get to the microphone.
I'm doing it.
No, you got to go. That not work. They're just a cut.